Hey, yo, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. You know what to do. Tweet out the goddamn room. Let's go.
Say what you wanna say. That is not my concern. I will never lose my way.
Oh, them a
When
chat book.
I have no time to reverse, them can't get me down. Could never get me down. Hypocrites and vipers around. They try to push me to the ground.
They can't get me down. Sing it, Tex.
Could never get me down.
Hypocrites and vipers around.
The one who sits and David strong. Now, today for you, tomorrow for me, that's how it goes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, you better know. Life is a cycle, naturally, that's how it flows. I am an overcomer, so I can be overthrown now. Every day I give you thanks and praise. But he's the one who gives me length of days. When I'm timid, he makes me brave to fight against those who try to put me in a grave. Them can't get me down. Could never get me down. Hypocrites and vipers around.
Burn out the hypocrite and viper them. Fire upon a wicked man. Texas, what's going on, man?
Hey, good morning. I have 5 minutes before I have to start
That's
class,
why I cut
but
it
I
short,
wanted.
bro. Go.
That's why I'm going to give it all I got. All so I happy November to each and every one of you. I only have to work 4 more Tuesdays this year, based on just some numbers
Whatever
and
gets you
extra
through it,
vacation
Texas.
time.
Rabbit,
We're
baby.
gonna. So I'm just want to say that I've finished writing my third mainnet grant, and this one's a doozy. So like I'm just gonna keep pumping grants because as a middle school teacher, I don't have any money, so I have to borrow money from the government and from my PTA. But like, I got some doozy ideas. So if you guys could blow up this tweet, um, this guy is his company is traded on Nasdaq. Okay, its stock is like $81. He owns like 34 restaurants and bars and gentlemen's clubs. He owns Tootsie's in Miami.
Well, Tootsie Whoopsie Woo, man. Who is this guy? Oh,
I've met.
wait, you told me about this.
Yeah, this is Rick's
Yep.
Cabaret. Yeah, he.
Wait, don't you? Isn't this the guy you go to basketball games with?
I've seen him at a he took me to the opening game of the Texans, and he's sending me a big merchandise thing for my birthday that just happened, and he uh, was going to take me to the basketball game and the football game this last weekend, but I had to, just too much in real life with my family. But
You're doing a lot, man.
he's gonna have a big party, and he already has bars and clubs across the country, from New York to Houston to Miami, and his stock has been trading for 12 years. So like he's established, and he wants to have an NFT relationship, and he has
So
a
you
dot.
vouch for the guy. You vouch
Oh,
for this guy.
I mean, he's more doxxed than I am. He's verified on Twitter.
So
So
at the
look at.
moment, he's a friend of yours, but we're gonna make him a friend of ours,
Oh hell yeah,
and
absolutely.
this is gonna be good, man.
Yeah,
Did you see?
especially
Did you see my morning tweet?
I
Because
did.
all right, good. Cole's
But
already given me a hard time for making my test amount $1,000. I sent $20 last night. You ding dong.
well, I am gonna have to break off, but if you guys could like and retweet that and get Rick's attention, he would definitely come in and talk to y'all, either in the jungle or in Coffee and Cro. Y'all have
Let's
a
do
great
it.
day.
Let's
Yeah,
make it
absolutely.
happen. Have a
Oh,
great
definitely.
day, Tex.
You too. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Love this guy. Voodoo, what's cracking?
Well, Tex, before you run off, I am very familiar with that fine establishment known as Tootsie's in North Miami, Florida.
Let's
I'm from
go.
Miami.
So I got to hang out with the CEO of that place,
Well,
and
I grew up in Miami Shores. I'm very familiar with the.
and my one of my mainnet grants is to have a party at that place and have all the lions come out in the summer.
And, oh, like the lineup that happens at midnight.
Bro, keep cranking out those mainnet grants, because We like the more the better. The more that they can hand out to the community for them to do what they're passionate about, the better for the Lions as a whole.
I mean, if we could have a moderately priced party at Tootsie's every year, that would be a good reason to hold a lion.
Nat's not coming.
That's not coming.
But what is
Nat,
coming?
Lucky Nat. Oh no, Lucky Nat is not going to be there
I'll come. I gotta run it
for
by.
sure.
I gotta run it by Lizzie.
We can make
But
it work.
Oh,
There could be
yeah,
a
for sure.
oh,
family friendly area.
what's it called? Tootsie's? I don't know.
It's
We'll try.
pretty much the largest like strip club in the north side of Miami.
God damn.
Uh, it's like 2 stories.
Welcome to Web
So,
three, Tootsie's.
yeah, it's like 2 stories large. It's in kind of like a industrial area in North Miami, the west side of North Miami, um, about 183rd Street or so, somewhere in that area.
West
Yeah,
Side.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
today's a big day for Board Candy, man, and Thunder
Yes.
Crow. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you
I
ready?
went over there this morning and I noticed a little bit of a difference. Something in the farm section said, "Hey, you don't have any candy staked," and it said, "Go to pool" underneath it. So we're getting there.
We're making progress. The cryptos.com blockchain update has been making things difficult. Um, and it's not just Board Candy. I had the same issue this morning with getting some scratch from my boom rooms because I'm going to use that to create this Scratch Pro LP. Um, but we're working through it. Uh, the Apple Store and Google Play should just like they should have been done last night, but that should be up momentarily. If not, we're just going to start pushing out the APK files, which is basically allows you to directly install the app on your Android. Apple is out of our hands as soon as Apple listed on their Apple Store, App Store, that's when it's going to happen. But it is approved. We're just trying to push through these one at a time. You know, the timing for the blockchain updates could not have been worse, but we're doing our best. One of the issues that we had was because of the way the network was, the test net was slowing down. We had just went over and used another EVM's testnet to test the protocol, but this time we're sticking to everything on Chrono's testnet, so we're just gonna have to push through it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, the testnet
Before
was a
we,
big part of this bridge change.
it
Actually,
was been very slow lately
yep.
for the last 24 hours. So we're just gonna have to push through it.
It's been a little bit anticlimactic, I gotta say. If you guys see my tweet up top, my morning tweet, finally used the bridge. I gotta say, it really made me sad when that what is it? The second picture. When that pop-up box hit me and it said, "All right, you can use the bridge, but you got to link your DeFi wallet and your crypto.com account because the bridge is using the CDC app and it's using the crypto.org chain and it's basically doing all the things that we did manually in one transaction. Send it to CDC, then send it to the chain that you're trying to get it to. Um,
So technically, it's not really a bridge. It's
right,
just
dude? I had all like I feel like I kind of hyped it up too much.
oh man. Yeah, that's not
It's
really a
really more
bridge.
of the same. It's more of the same. It just looks better.
Yeah, they're just streamlining the whole process for you. So you can go to any blockchain by using the centralized exchange as your. Yeah, all right. I mean, it's
It makes
progress.
sense, right? It's progress. It's baby steps. You know, it's making it more streamlined. But in the end, the framework is the same. It's the safety and security and liquidity of the crypto.com app and exchange and the multi chain. And, you know, you can bridge it from the DeFi wallet, but you got to hook up your crypto.com app to your DeFi wallet. That's the deal. What do you think? Honestly, what do you think?
Uh, it's not a bridge technically, right?
I feel the
Um,
same.
but it will make things easier for people coming into this space. So that's a good thing, right? So the easier, if this was available a year ago when I first got into Chronos, I probably would have used it. And it would have made my life a lot easier. Because especially I was coming from Avalanche, so to bring all the money that I had over there to Chronos, this would have made this process a lot easier. I had to use Self Finance was what I used at the time.
Yeah,
So
and
this would
it's
have made
also
things.
more expensive than the Mad Meerkat Bridge, unfortunately, by about 50%. Because
That's what I'm saying. So where am I going
yeah,
to use
the
that? I
Meerkat
could.
Bridge charges me 50 cents to send USD, and the Crypto.com Bridge charges me 80 cents.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Uh, So this is not the gravity bridge you've been talking about, no?
Well, that's the thing is
Oh boy.
I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this is like the final product or what. Like from everything I read from them, the gravity bridge was a piece of tech in and of itself. It wasn't just, a streamlining of the crypto.org to crypto DeFi. Um, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Chronos to crypto.org. Um, we really wanted a hub, like a central hub where all these chains are literally connected. And we're going straight from DeFi to the AVAX chain, straight from DeFi to Polygon. Um, but again, we're using the CDC exchange as an intermediary. And I think that's for the security, because the bridges are the most insecure part of Web3. I mean, that's where all of the hacks and and liquidity draining has gone down, or at least like 90% of it.
Yeah, but I think we were all expecting something decentralized. But it makes sense that they would take this route because they are a very centralized institution, so they would want to have as much control of the entire process as possible. But I think we were just hoping for something decentralized. Say, thank you for using our blockchain. Here's a gift from us, you know? But
Yep, that's what I was hoping for, and it was really just a vibe that I was hoping. It was like, I don't know. I feel like I was uh too optimistic, but I don't feel like I was wrong. I feel like the gravity bridge is still an idea that makes sense to me that hasn't been completed. Something about this still feels like it's not finished. But that could also just be me trying to stay optimistic. Maybe the centralization is integral. Integral?
integral. But it does, yeah, like you said before, it does make it safer. So it would be very difficult to hack something like that.
Yeah, right? You'd have to hack crypto.com to get our money.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think, yeah, we got to focus on the positives. I'm going to keep using the Meerkat bridge because it works and it's cheaper. But I'm sure, like, the swap section, look, that could be really big if they just integrated the swap and the bridge. So you could swap and bridge in one transaction, like USDC on Polygon to Cro on Chronos as a swap. That would be sick. But now I'm getting ahead of myself. CDC disappointed? Come on, Sushi. We're happy today, man. Like it's raining, but things are good. Things are good. I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed. I'm just not super pumped. Stop laughing, Zeus. I'm trying. Like it's hard. It's hard to run this kind of space. Like there's a reason that we're the only crow space that's survived this past year, but like it's also incredibly difficult to keep it real with everybody. And like You know, things go good, things go bad. We're always here every day, and that's the value of this space, that we fucking talk about everything. Except it's just me and you up here, Voodoo. Jesus, what's everybody else doing? Tweeting out the
Might still
room.
be early. Yeah.
Good job. Good job. I did do a test transaction, you guys. I said that part. I sent $20 late last night. But like Voodoo was saying, some things have been working, some things haven't. Um, like last night, I couldn't get Chronos to work, but I could do Polygon. And then this morning, I was doing Chronos, but I can't get Polygon to work. I'm gonna give it another day till all this starts operating smoothly. Joey, what is up?
What's up? Hey, this is kind of off subject. Well, not really. It's NFT and crypto related. But speaking of all the cross chain and combining different blockchains and communities, DG Pals just launched their first cross chain battle today, which is kind of exciting. So it's literally just you go play and you're playing against other chains. I haven't started it yet, but it's a big step in the right direction of everything we've been talking about. You know what I mean? Where it's like a one-stop shop
Yes.
where you're not really having to bounce around. You're playing with Poly, you're playing with Binance, you're playing with Kronos, and it's all the same page. So even if you don't really realize that, you're still in other blockchains, kind of. So that's great. I love it. That's it.
This might be an even more important kind of bridging, where the communities are interacting and not, they're not actively trying to interact. They're trying to play the game. But this is what we're saying the past couple weeks about, like, the next wave of NFT holders are going to be collecting digital collectibles and not really knowing that they're using blockchains or NFTs. And probably the same thing with these gamers. They're going to find new games, find new communities, learn about blockchain without actively seeking it out. Hopefully. I think that's a good I think that's a good part. Fitness, you've been out there, man. When was the last time we saw you?
A minute. I've been working really hard, man.
That's good to hear. Is there I'm trying to remember. This is what happens when you leave for so long. So you've racked up 21,000 followers. That's good. You're minting on the 10th of November. That's really good.
Yeah, we're minting. Well, it's a beta mint. It's not the full mint, meaning that it's just a small amount of the collection we're minting. And if you're whitelisted, you get minted November 10th. If you're like a founder or whatever, and I told you can mint on November 8th, you can mint on November 8th. And then the public mints November 12th.
Very good then. I mean, you've been on Twitter every day, getting out there in other spaces. What have you been doing?
Yeah, every day, all day. Just these past couple of weeks, I've been going to bed at like 1 a.m. So today I actually got up relatively early, and I'm awake. So that's why I'm able to join the coffee.
Hey, look at this guy. He woke up and he's awake. Nice work, buddy. I hope everybody's got their coffee. I hope you got Crow, because it's going up again. Fucking A, man. I said yesterday I was hoping it would go down so I could buy a bunch and pair it with Thunder, and it keeps going up. I don't get it. I'm buying at 11.5, and I'm not loving it. I'm not going to love it till it goes over 12, and then I'll be like, oh, that was a good buy. You know what I'm saying, Zeus?
Yep. Hey, morning.
Morning.
Just getting my
What do you
coffee
think
ready.
about the bridge? Yeah.
I haven't even tried the bridge. I haven't tried anything. Had fun last night. What a great space, man. It was really good.
Halloween space? What were you guys doing? Did you win some money? Did you win some money for all those pumpkins you carved, dude? Those look good.
Nothing yet. I think in November 4th, it's when people are gonna vote.
Well, I know who I'm voting for.
Thank you.
Round of applause. It's not yo. I've tried to carve
Yeah,
pumpkins.
people think it's easy. It looks simple, but shit takes a couple of hours.
Oh my god, you should see my yard. It's just we lost a couple of pumpkins trying to make some good ones. And I was thinking this morning because I saw someone commented about yesterday's show and the skunk story from the beginning of the show, and it got me thinking this morning because skunks are actually kind of smart. And this guy was big, which means he's been around the block. He's learned how to, like, if you're a big fat old skunk, like, you've learned how to survive in these streets of Martha's Vineyard. You've learned how to hide in a trash can and fucking play dead. That's what I was thinking. Like, an old fat skunk like that, like, he was probably fucking faking it, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody eats a dead skunk. Like, what animal would have come and eaten a dead skunk? That's the nastiest thing I've ever heard. I think that little fucker was faking it. And he just, as soon as we left, he just, boop, walked off. Yep. That's the end of the story. I figured it out, man. Sneaky little buggers. That means he's going to be back. Woo. Saga continues. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang. Crow morphs. What's cracking?
Can't wait for the Skunk 2.0 story. That will be interesting.
Proof of stake, baby.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was supposed to be in here yesterday and like chill out with you guys, but I was fucking so sleepy. I was up all night yesterday coding and shit. Like everything worked fine. I thought Murphy told me I need to approve spending. I'm like, oh fuck, let me fix. I fixed. No, I didn't. I was so sleepy. I messed it up, but it was a simple fix. Now it works, so I have gotten some sleep. So, note to self, get sleep when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's
Yes. Yes. If you don't know what you're doing, take a break. Take a nap.
exactly. Take a break. But did you get yourself a ghost? I think everything should work fine, and I think you have one or two of those soul things.
Grumpy ghosts.
Grumpy ghost.
Pop a link, man. How's the mint going?
49 of 666, but it's limited. Like I have sent one out to every Chromorphs holder and all that I've sacrificed. So I think maximum can be 200. But I like said, if you mint the Chromorphs, you'll get a soul. So that's for the week. So another option there to get a ghost.
Very good, sir. It's not just skunks that are sneaky, by the way. I caught my son trying to, well, first and foremost, trying to eat Snickers for breakfast. That is not a breakfast food. And then, because I'm so mean, right? Like, I'm so mean that I don't let my kids eat candy for breakfast. And by getting yelled at for being mean about not letting kids eat candy for breakfast, it empowered the children to sneak candy into their bags to try and take it to school with them. And I had to throw the kibosh on that too because I am the mean dad. Like, I know my role, you know? So just keep your eyes on everything. The skunks, the kids. You can't take your eyes off any of this stuff because everybody's looking for an angle.
So here's why you should keep at it. I didn't grow up with a father, and I wake up eating candy in my sleep. So you're doing your kids a favor.
Thank you, buddy. They're at school right now, but I will have them check the tapes and my wife because I'm with you, man. I feel like long term, I'm always thinking long term. When I see when I see my kids eating candy for breakfast, I'm thinking 10 years down the road. Are their teeth going to fall out?
Just tell them to hit me up and make me give them a smile. They will not eat more candy for breakfast.
Ooh, where's my sound effect?
My daughter, she's 7 and she never tried soda before,
Oh
and
my
she
god.
only eats 2 candies per day. She
God
has a
bless you.
bucket on top of the refrigerator, and she only picks 2 candies per day.
I love kids like that. I know kids like that. I swear my kids used to be like that. But 10 and 9, they're really they're really starting to do a number on me. Um,
That was me that commented on the skunk story. Hey everybody.
what do you think, bro? I think I solved the mystery. I'm glad you brought it up because I thought I had solved it yesterday. Like someone came and took it. But no, that's not like that doesn't make any sense. No one comes and takes a skunk. So it's all sneaky shit.
Well, you said it got you thinking. It got me thinking too. I was like, "Where's the crow skunks?
Never
Where's the
never been.
5K crow skunk collection?"
Don't say that in front of Morpheus, man. He's like 5 mints deep and hasn't finished the first one. Come on, Morphs. It's not that early. Hey, you got me thinking about another time that I stuck my foot in my mouth. And that is when I used to be a carpenter, which is exactly a year ago. Check the fucking tapes. Right? I used to try and take you guys to work with me. That was hilarious. There was this one guy I worked with, and he was from Maine. He kept coming down here just for carpentry work. Because we make a little more here, you know? It's an island. Go find a carpenter, I dare you. That's why I used to get hired. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. This guy had no fucking teeth. Zero. In fact, he was really sour because when I met him and he started working with us, he had a couple. But like he had to go back to Maine and get the rest of them pulled. And he would be at work and he wouldn't open his mouth. You know, he was just like angry, working, wouldn't smile. And I brought my kids with me one day, actually most days. And I was trying to make this very same point. Shut up, Jimmy. Jesus Christ. I was trying to make this very same point, right? And I said, without thinking, yo, Tom, smile so my kids can see what happens if they don't brush their teeth every day. That's what it was. I was like, did you guys brush your teeth? And I could tell they were lying. And then I was like, hey, Tom, flash them a smile so they can see what happens if they don't brush their teeth. And the look that he gave me, bro, I'm sorry.
Can I
I'm
come in
sorry.
here
Look
and
at
make
That's
some
that.
points, Alpha?
like, that's me. That's just
Can I
me.
make
I don't
some
know
points,
shit about
Alpha?
this.
Can I make some points?
Shut up, Jimmy.
Why?
No, go ahead, buddy.
Thank you.
I'm done.
So I would agree that you got to make sure those teeth are pearly white. However, at the same time, we should not be anti-teeth. You know, a lot of people don't have access to the same dental equipment as others. Dental services in the United States are very expensive and are not entirely borne by the cost of insurance. How many
What
people
about
have,
England? What's their excuse?
for what?
Oh, Cole knows what I'm talking about.
Are you making a racist point, Alpha?
No, the British have notoriously bad teeth.
Like yellow teeth, they
Yeah.
don't brush them, or their teeth are crooked?
I mean, the Australians can. They can.
I'm a bit confused, Alpha. What are you trying to say? Are you saying they're crooked or they don't brush their teeth?
They can corroborate. No, I heard it was
They-
because they didn't have good dental insurance in England. But
No,
this
it's
could
free.
all just be
It's
bullshit.
free. It's free.
That doesn't mean
NHS.
it's good, bro. That's like first to market, worst to market.
I mean, I don't know what that's supposed to mean either. In many countries
And
where
that
it's
didn't
free,
make any sense, Jimmy. I'm trying to throw you curveballs.
yeah. So France is also free, and their teeth are fine. And Sweden, and Norway, and Germany,
Well, Morpheus is in
and the
Norway, bro.
Netherlands,
So he
and
negates your
Finland.
point immediately.
It's all free.
Do otters have dental insurance?
Well, have you noticed that every single otter you see has white teeth? It's because we don't eat any sugar. So
Beautiful white teeth.
if
Yeah.
you look at
Fish.
bones, if you look at bones and teeth from like say Inuits from 100 years ago before they had any sugar, um, you'll see that they're all perfectly white. So you go to any picture of, let's say, a sailor, for example, from the 16th century versus a sailor from, let's say, the 19th century, which were buried in the Arctic because they died there. You'll notice that their teeth earlier on were very white, and then the bodies that came later, because they started drinking a lot of alcohol on voyages, they started eating sugary foods, they're very yellow, if not black. So if you find also, for example, skeletons of Roman soldiers, they're entirely white teeth because they basically ate no sugar. They ate some bread.
But they drank a lot of wine though.
Romans
So they
did
should have
not.
like
No. So it wasn't the
red
wine that you
stained
think.
teeth.
It wasn't the wine that you think. It was 10% wine. They diluted their wine. The wine of before the 18th
Because they
century.
didn't drink water, right? Because water would go get
Yes, they would
acid. So
boil
use
their
that
water.
alcohol.
They would boil the water, and then they would basically dilute the wine very heavily. The wine would essentially sanitize the cups and sanitize the, uh, essentially kind of their lips, if you think about it, right?
Yeah, or
Um,
else they all would have had giardia.
yeah. So also the cups they used were usually like these pottery kind of clay cups. So they're not the same as our porcelain cups. So those cups are more susceptible to being, you know, having.
Oh, I know. Thank you, Jimmy. That was our excuse me. That was our history lesson for today, everybody. It is 9 a.m. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. These are the numbers brought to you by crypto.com. Don't let them be a daddy. What is going on around here? Bitcoin is holding above 20,750. ETH is back over 1600 at 1620. Matic is at 90 cents. Crow, like I said, won't dip for me. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Rarible is up 82%. What in holy hell is going on? Dogecoin again. Now we're at 1435. Fuck me sideways. Sorry, Nat.
Well, let me come in
Fitness.
here and make some points about Dogecoin.
Oh, you want to
It,
Doge now?
it should be said that if you're trying to invest in Elon Musk, it's very hard. He only has one company that's listed on the stock market. However, people are trying to invest in his vision. And
That's
Dogecoin,
Tesla, right? For people that don't know. Or
yeah, that's
SpaceX.
Tesla. All those other companies you can't really invest in, like PayPal. You can't really invest in it anymore because Elon has basically no equity stake and has nothing to do with the company. So it's not really an Elon Musk company. But SpaceX, Neuralink, Boring Company, there's 5 other companies. OpenAI, Alpha, OpenAI was founded by Elon Musk, right?
Yeah, man. So what are you saying? Doge is the way that we invest in Elon? Buy Doge?
You're investing in his words. So yeah, I would say if you want to diversify your portfolio, buy a little Crow, buy a little Doge. That's what I'm doing. Every single day I buy a little Doge
That's
and
crazy.
Doge
You're
online.
investing in his tweets. That's what you're doing. Every time
Well,
he posts a cryptic
you're
tweet,
investing in his
the
what? His
price
tweets?
pumps.
His tweets?
Yeah, like today when he posted a picture of his dog and he kind of hinted at Doge, the price
He
pumped.
does that
That's
all the
why I
time,
bought
though.
it.
I don't see how
So if
this
you
is
actually,
legal
there is an
in any
analysis
way,
of this.
shape, or form.
Just go to Google Scholar and type in Doge versus Elon Musk tweets, and you'll find there is no correlation between his tweets and Dogecoin's price.
Really?
Actually, when he
Now
tweets,
this is
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, if you sometimes when he tweets, so that's obviously why there's very little correlation. When he tweets, the price goes down, right? Um,
When he went on
understand that.
Saturday Night Live, the price went down. That's all we know for
Well,
sure.
that would be an
Oh, come
example.
on. Now we lost fitness. Jimmy, you talk too
That-
much. Kurt, you go.
The conversation has kind of moved on since I came up. I was just going to dispel the myth. The UK has dentists. We have dental care. Let's not get it twisted. We get free dental care. No, free braces until the age of 18. The problem is people don't take advantage of it, thinking, "Oh, it won't be that bad." You hit adulthood, boom, $5,000 if you
Can
want
I come in here?
braces.
Can I want to add in some points.
Absolutely not. Unless you're
Yeah,
in
no.
England.
Let me just add in a few points, Alpha,
I
because I
would
used
love
to
to
live in the
hear from
UK.
him.
Can I just add in a few points if you don't mind?
No, you got
In
no
the U.S.,
perspective.
well, I used to live in the UK, and I also was registered in the
You
NHS.
used to live everywhere, bro. We're gonna have to.
Okay, can I make some points, please? Thank you.
Oh,
So, in the U.S., if you want to get a job, you need to kind of have good, okay teeth. People smile. People judge you by your teeth. It is legal to do this by not hiring people according to basically the way they look. In the UK, you can't do that, right? In fact, you can't even have a picture of yourself in an application. So when you go to a job interview, your teeth are terrible. No one really cares. There's really no need to have so-called perfect teeth. But obviously, what's going on in the UK is people who want nice teeth, they go to Turkey, right, Kurt? They go to Turkey and they get their teeth done there. So the
That's
difference is,
So just because it's legal doesn't mean it's fair. I guess.
turkey teeth. Turkey teeth is a thing, though. People
Turkey
get
teeth is a thing.
yeah,
yeah,
turkey teeth.
it's
They
a thing.
fly. They get their teeth ground into nubs, and they get porcelain veneers put on.
Yeah. So the difference between the U.S. and the U.K. is if you do want good teeth, in the U.S. you can't really fly to Mexico and get your teeth done because the industry is not really there for that. But in the U.K., if you do want to get your teeth done, you're not going to go to the NHS. You're not going to wait 1 year for an appointment. You're going to go to Turkey. And so actually, when you go to London, as I worked there for 5 years, and you go to most of the banks there and so forth, people have very nice teeth, but they all get it done in Turkey.
I gotta get some turkey teeth, man. It's
Mate,
almost Thanksgiving, bro.
turkey teeth is it's a thing. It was like really popular in just before COVID. Loads of British influencers did it. Then people flocked off and paid like 250 quid. It was cheap.
Flock
So
off and get
people,
your turkey teeth then.
But that's
hold
not
on.
why I was here.
I want to point out though, for the safety of the audience, what are turkey teeth? And turkey teeth are, don't forget, veneers are permanent. So you have to get those teeth grounded. There's no way back after that. You have to actually take off a huge amount of the tooth, up to 40% of the tooth, to get the veneers added on.
Yeah,
and
you
don't forget
want
veneers.
that, guys. You don't want
Veneers.
that. Your veneers
Veneers.
don't have any nerve endings, so you're gonna choke
Yeah.
on your food. You know.
No,
Like,
hold on. Veneers
no,
can
you
break.
fucking hold on, bro.
I'm trying to, in the safety of the audience, for the safety of the audience, let me explain that
That's what
veneers
I'm
can break.
looking out for. All right.
Alpha, what's wrong with you today? For fuck's sake, Jesus. So veneers can break, and if you have them broken, you cannot go to your local NHS clinic and get them fixed. They won't. They don't want to touch it. So they have the right to
They're like,
refuse you.
those are the turkey teeth. You take that shit back to
Yeah,
Turkey.
that's exactly what they say. That's exactly what they say. So
God
currently,
damn.
I'm consulting with some of the largest medical providers to look into how to fix turkey teeth through AI.
Hold on.
You can also get turkey hair. I've heard that as well.
That's a
You can
new
go
one
to
for
turkey
me.
hair.
Yeah, I have heard about the hair. People from the U.S. go
Yeah,
to Turkey to get their hair done.
Oh, that's
so
a
let's
good
talk a
one.
little bit about hair transplants. The hair transplant industry is a
No. We're
growing.
not doing that, G. Jesus fucking Christ, man. You can come back up, but like, you're too smart. And what anybody says, you're just like, oh, I know all about that. Let me go into a fucking diatribe. We don't want to talk about turkey hair. We don't want to talk about turkey teeth. We don't want to talk about any of that shit. But thank you for bringing it up here. We do appreciate you anyways. No cap. No cap. Did anyone figure out where no cap comes from yet? Nah.
Turkey.
Turkey. You fuckers.
That was all I was up for. I'm gonna go back to eating my lunch with my my maintained teeth. Dispel the theory, dispel the myth. We've
Hey,
got
Kurt,
dentists, we've got
before
toothbrushes, we've got it all.
before you leave, Kurt, did you get your hoodies?
Oh mate, what a fucking nightmare.
Oh, so close.
No, bro, it was on a van for delivery. We've hit a delay. It's not going to be 2 p.m. It's going to be 7 p.m. And then it got to 7 p.m. and they said, no, we tried you at 3 p.m. No one answered. No, you didn't, because I worked from my living room yesterday. And I've got a dog that hears everything and barks incessantly if people shut car doors too loud. You did not come to my house. So they're back out for delivery today, but I don't hold out much hope. So what I'm waiting for is delivery to fail, and then I'll just go pick it up from an access point. So that was a long-winded way of saying no, Zeus. No, I was maybe I missed it. I was brushing my teeth. I didn't hear the door.
Yeah,
Good for this
what,
guy.
What I did is I took off the signature thing. So I thought they were gonna drop it off on my door. You know, drive up the driveway, drop it on at my door. I hear the alarm going off, so I go check the cameras, and they just dropped it at the end of the driveway by the mailbox. The guy didn't even get off the truck. He just threw it out of the truck next to the mailbox and left.
He kicked it off the tailgate.
I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but in at least in the
Zeus
UK,
is chasing him down the street like, those are loaded lion hoodies, bro.
if you get an Amazon delivery in the UK, I don't know if it's the same everywhere. They won't wait for you to answer the door. They'll literally do like a 100-meter sprint. They'll run at your door, knock it as quick as they can, and they'll run back to the van, stick it in first gear, and they're booting off. Like that's. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but in the UK, it's wild. In the time it takes to hear the door knock, you'll get off your seat and then you'll hear wheel spins. The van's gone. Left the scene. The skid marks in the road. He's gone.
I've seen some really good like TikToks. I don't even have TikTok, but these TikToks are so good that people put them on YouTube. So you know it's hot. We have shit in the US where they do TikToks of like all the different companies and how they deliver packages differently. If you guys have seen these, you know what I'm talking about. Like, they're famous. They're famous around here. FedEx just like jumps up and down on your shit, and then gets in the car.
Did you get your
We got
hoodies,
options.
Alpha?
What?
Did you get your hoodie?
No, man. I'm giving it at least another week until I even look. I live on an island, bro. They do not give us mail in a timely fashion. They put
Are
it
they
in
good quality?
bottles and float it across to us.
Is it
No
quality
shit.
merch?
One time I got a shirt in the mail. You know how shirts come in like plastic bags because everyone's cheap now. I go to open it and it's literally full of water. The bag is soaking wet. The shirt is soaking wet in its plastic bag, and the plastic bag itself, the Amazon bag, is full of water. Like, no joke, it fell in the ocean on the way here. And it was so fucked up because if a t-shirt sits wet in a bag, a closed bag, oh, even if it's brand new, man, that shit was funky.
Well, that's the other shit we have. If you're not in, certain companies will put your parcel in your wheelie bin. Who decided this was a good idea? I deal with logistics, so I've had people that have said, "Look, whoever you set me up with, please don't ask them to deliver it to bins," because it's like a really common thing in the UK. And so many times you'll hear people will get something delivered. It's bin day. It's gone. It's gone to landfill. So fuck knows why, but a lot of courier companies do it apparently, just to store it in bins. And even if it doesn't get taken out, yesterday's dinner's in there. Why would you put it in a bin?
Dude,
I get
someone
it.
in the
I
chat.
get it. For everyone who doesn't get it, a bin is a trash can, and a wheelie bin is a trash can with wheels
Sorry,
on
yeah,
it.
I should. Yeah, in the garbage or the trash can. A wheelie bin's a trash can.
That's
Say
fucked up,
garbage
bro.
one more time.
At first, I didn't get it because I was like, "Oh, they stuck it in your wheelie bin. That sounds nice, isn't it?"
Dude, someone in the chat said that they missed it, so they came to the house. He wasn't there, so now he's like, "I gotta pick it up from the bakery." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, if we don't pick up the packages, they just drop them off at the bakery, and we gotta pick them up from the bakery."
That's pretty smart from the bakery. Come for the packages, leave with the cream bun. That's good. That's good business.
What country was this? I
got no idea. It wasn't a Welsh chat. Someone put it in there. They're like, "I gotta pick it up from the bakery now." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Damn, man. No shit. Like
Maybe
other
Italy,
countries,
because they got a
other
lot of bread.
countries, especially in Europe, like y'all got bakeries. Y'all get fresh bread. Americans like forgot about good bread.
Got great teeth though.
Great teeth. Great teeth. I've never had a cavity, bro. That's why I preach. I preach brush your teeth. No candy for breakfast. Truth of the matter is, it's probably fucking genetic. Honestly. Like, I shouldn't take any credit. Because I'm
Do
not
you
that
eat candy?
about it. I
Board
love
candy?
Board candy is today. Today's board candy day. You couldn't really time it better. Because candy is the fucking hashtag. I mean, we've been talking about candy since the show started. Candy is not a breakfast food.
Except today.
Is it? So I am an asshole. Fuck.
It's your one time a year you
Oh,
get to eat
man.
all the candy you want. You are really traumatizing your kids. They are losing
Fuck.
a very big part of their childhood.
Oh, thanks, Voodoo. Jesus Christ. I really do appreciate this. I don't want anyone telling me I'm doing the right thing because I know I'm not. Everybody around me tells me I'm an asshole. So if you guys tell me I'm nice, like something's up. Something's wrong. Something doesn't fit here. Fuck. I'll do better. Can't win them all. I'll let him eat candy tomorrow. Fuck. This is hard to fix.
Just throw a few pieces under their pillows.
This is
They'll
all
find
right.
it
So
when
let
they go
me.
to sleep tonight.
I hate to make this about me or tell you guys long stories about my life, but this is an ongoing problem. Levi has been hiding candy in his room for years now. Like I find wrappers every time I do the laundry. His pants are full of wrappers, right? So I've been trying to get to the bottom of this, and today was just not the day to do it. I get it, but just for context, like it's not just about today. But I am an asshole. Shit. We're gonna be all right. Hey,
Wag me.
wag me. I gotta focus on what's important today. What's important is we have to get another what 5K. I think we're halfway there on Thunder Crow
Wow.
liquidity on board candy.
Nice. Do yourself a favor. Don't start that LP yet until you're actually ready.
Wait,
Anything less than that, you're gonna get like eaten up by people transacting, is what that dude told me. Because I was going to open another LP this morning, and he says you're gonna get drained because it's just you're gonna be the only one in there.
and there's so much
um,
volume.
there's gonna be so much volume. It's just gonna. I don't even understand the mechanics of how that works, but that was his warning to me. Um,
Well,
I'll pass
that's
that on
why I
to you.
got an early start on it. To tell you the truth, like I
Yeah.
started putting liquidity in what almost a week ago, so that when people in the community when we started incentivizing the community to jump in with us, that they weren't getting trashed off of one transaction. Yeah.
No, they're not going to get trapped. Your liquidity is going to disappear from what he described to me. I don't even understand how that works. Maybe someone with a little more understanding can explain that to all of us. But that was what he explained to me, not to be the first one in the pool because I will get drained. I don't
Well,
understand what that means.
here's what I would interpret that as, because as the first one in the pool, if someone does a transaction for that for either of those tokens, um, especially if it's a crow and then a token that you're just starting, right? Um, if you're the first person, then 100% of that liquidity is yours, and the slippage is going to be really high because it's unless you started out with a 10K um, liquidity drop, then the first person that comes over there with some of your tokens can do, I mean, depending on the dex and how it's set up, probably like up to 20%, could take 20% of the crow liquidity by just doing a couple of transactions or one transaction. So the more people that get in, the less slippage, the less it affects each individual person. But again, they could have been buys, right? Especially when you're starting a new token and nobody else has it, even if you only put in low liquidity. And this is where a lot of the rug pulls used to come from, especially on like BSC and shit. You'd have a liquidity pool that was made by one person. And, as soon as 10 or 20 people buy the token, it rockets up because the slippage is so high. And then they can just pull the liquidity before anyone else even makes any. And they got all of your original token. You're all holding the other one. And these are things we try to avoid these days. I feel like we're so much better at it now. Like Kronos has had a lot of tokens over the past year, but we're not known for that kind of bullshit.
Hey, Voodoo, I actually had a question about your staking. So obviously with the farming, you can stake the NFTs, but when you're staking you're staking candy, you can't get boosts with NFTs, only for the farming.
You can use the NFTs to boost all the farms and all the LPs. I believe the boost button It was up as of last night. Let me go and take a look. And the single stake candy is one of the, yeah, the boost buttons are already up for both the pools. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I
It's
noticed that
only up
today.
for candy.
Had a quick look.
You're absolutely right. I thought it was the same too for both of them. So yeah, you can only use the boost on the farms.
Yep.
At the moment.
Okay,
Is it
at the
live?
moment.
Is it live? Can I
No,
go over there?
I would wait. That's my advice. But we're slowly itching everything onto mainnet, testing as we go to make sure we're ready for the 1 o'clock launch, which is in a little under, going on 7 now, so about 4 hours from now. So just be patient. We're almost there. And we just want to make sure we launch this and it's safe, right? You don't want anyone in a bad situation. I would wait, but things are
Yeah.
coming online.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks.
And obviously, none of this is financial advice, right? But
Absolutely, yeah.
I want to know. I want to know what the play is. Like, what am I doing with my candy? I'm pairing it with Crow, and or am I staking it in a pool? What am I doing with it when everybody goes live?
And not financial advice, but what I'm doing for my own bag of candy, I'm going after the single stake. Number one, it's auto compound, and number two, um, I won't have to worry about impermanent loss if there is any. It's the most conservative play. That's going to be my biggest bag. My second biggest bag is going to be the Crow USDC uh, farm. Put that up with 5 NFTs to boost it to the max, and that's going to be paying me out in candy, which I can then bring and put on top of the candy single stake, which is auto compounded for me. So that's going to be the way I set up my bag
I
personally.
appreciate that personally. Yeah, because my head was all over the place. I'm in way too many things to be organized.
Well, I'm a very conservative investor, right? So I'm going to go after the safest route that I could find, um, whether I'm involved in the project or not. And that is the safest. Again, not financial advice, but I'm using 2 tokens that are very stable to create the token that I'm going to use to auto compound, which is going to give me the most yield.
And this is
I'm
from
waiting for the
someone
funder,
who,
baby.
yeah, like I'm
Hmm.
bullish on this Crow Thunder pair on board candy
Yeah.
because this is finally like it's taken us a solid 6 months to get Thunder where it needs to be in terms of holders, in terms of the community knowing about it, trusting it as a valid token. You know, like I think it took a while for people to see that we were serious. You know,
Well, it works for both communities, right? By working with small cap community tokens, it's not only giving you a place where your token holders can get some more utility because you can use that candy, whether you're going to use it in the DEX or you're going to use it in the game or you're going to use it in our marketplace, which is going live December 1st. Um, but for us, right, it allows our NFT holders because I may be involved in Candy, but I'm also involved in Boomer Squad, and I'm also holding token Thunder tokens, right? So I can now use my NFTs to support both communities that I'm involved in and gain some farm yielding in the process. So in the uh, Crow Thunder LP, I'll be able to use up to 5 of my Board Candy NFTs to boost that APR up to 15%. So everyone benefits in the process.
it's awesome, and it's also something that we've been seeing start to pop up, right? Like VVS just just recently, maybe a couple of days ago, um, put this banner up that said community NFT staking. And what they meant by that was their community, right? The community of projects that are funded by crypto.com, like Minted, VVS, um, and the Argonauts. So now you can boost your Crow B Crow staked for Argo or X Argo pool with Argonauts on VVS.
Well,
And I think
well,
that, like,
here's
yeah,
a little alpha for when we launch our NFT marketplace. Um, we are going to allow you to use our vaults to boost your vaulted candy. Um, we haven't figured out the logistics of how this is going to work, but we are going to incorporate other NFT projects. We just haven't figured out exactly how we're going to do it yet, but we're going to incorporate other community NFTs, and we mean the entire crofam, as many of them as we can. So one way this might look is, for example, you get like a 3% boost in your vaults if you uh, boost it with a board candy, but with a thunder token, you might get, I don't know, 1.5%. Because we can't compete with our own NFTs, so it won't be the same as holding a board candy, but it would be something enough to say, hey, you know what? That's a nice idea. That's a great utility for this NFT that I'm holding anyways, right? So we haven't figured out numbers of exactly what that's going to look, but that's something we are incorporating into our marketplace.
yeah, that's awesome. That's all we need to know. Really, is that this is the goal, and it's a rising tide for everybody that's still here. I'm bullish. Lucky, what's good? Leopard man.
What up, bro?
Hey, there he is.
Everybody go mint the mystery box so you can get some cool shit from Alpha. Make sure you sign up for Crotopia, you know. Season your steak if you still got it. You know,
Pew
just sitting
pew.
here vibing, hanging out. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, we locked off those mystery boxes, bro.
Well, too
Don't tell
bad. Can't
nobody.
get your mystery box now. Asked out. At least this way, Alpha could probably get you your shit before Christmas, so that's cool.
Yo, you know what? We're gonna get you your shit before Christmas, and if you want to get a legendary box, we're running a competition right now to see who can create the most LP over on Board Candy. But you got to be safe about it because we also just said um, the chain is a little janky. The bridge just went live, and you know, Board Candy is about to go live in about 4 hours, maybe less, 3.5. So the contest goes until the end of our next show, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you get a nice chunk of LP over there, you can win a legendary Thunder mystery box, which is the sneakers. So that's a good deal.
How are you going to ship internationally, Alpha? I'm a bit, nothing against you or not your fault, but in September, Santi sent me a water bottle. I haven't got it yet. So I'm
It's tough.
wondering how you're going to deal with international shipping.
Yeah, it's really tough. It's a great
Yeah,
question,
it is.
and it's one of the things that I think we've got a real leg up on the rest of the rest of Web3. Um, we've been building this network for a year now, and sometimes we call it mycelium. Sometimes we make up all different types of words, but like there's a network that we've built, and there's a lot of really talented and driven people all over the world right now focused on the same thing. Um, we have partnerships with different merchandise makers, and the goal is to not ship things all over the world, to have them produced um, and consumed in the same area, at least on the same continent. Because
I heard you say Singapore earlier. That's closer to me.
yeah, I mean that might be as close as we can get until we get someone in Australia making merch for us, and possibly, I mean, I'm thinking long term always. So 5-10 years down the line, the sneaker thing I don't see stopping. People always need sneakers. People have always loved sneakers. I've always loved sneakers, so it's always going to be a part of this project. And we just got almost an entire Ethereum from I think they give us 0.95 Ethereum, the Witnet Foundation, to continue our mystery box project. So if we have partners all over the world and we have our original 42 ETH Thunder token holders, each person can be a part of this machine and make money off of it. That's the main goal. To be a part of a wheel, a big wheel.
Yeah. I think someone stole my water bottle. Actually, I think I would have got it by now.
Probably, man. Those
Some
customs
bastard stole
offices.
it.
It's like Christmas morning every day in those customs offices. They're just taking everything.
Terrible.
Or you got to pay $40 Australian to get
Some
your
bloody crypto fan.
$5.
It's a Kronos water bottle. I'm on that chain. I'll take that.
Bro, it happened to me. I got Jordans from Dubai for some reason one time, because there was some fancy sneaker store that had the only pair, and I wasn't thinking. I paid the shipping. I thought that was bad enough, but then when they got here, the customs was like more than everything. It was like more than the shoes to pay the customs.
Yeah.
They really screw you on that. So we can bypass all of this by creating this network.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
But if there's things that you actually can't get in certain places, like, we will always bite the bullet, pay the shipping, and get it there. Even if it takes forever, we'll get it there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a different space. Wu-Tang? That's not real.
Yo, Alpha, I went there something in the nest. That cool?
Yeah, man. I thought someone was saying one of Wu-Tang's producers was in here. It's in another space. But we were just talking about Wu-Tang, so I wouldn't be surprised. KD. What's
up,
buddy?
Sunshine? How are you, Sunshine? Good morning to
Hey,
everybody.
beautiful.
How's everybody doing?
I love when you're in a good
I'm always
mood.
in a fucking good mood, bro. Except fucking...
That is not
I was
true.
just talking to your boy Alex, and this motherfuckers that minted this art bullshit. What the fuck is that? That floor jumped 13%. Yo, manipulation at the fullest, bro. I swear to God, bro. What?
Yeah, and I really hope that we can talk about
And
these
that...
things, because I read Uncle Lowe's tweet this
Yeah,
morning,
dude.
and I
literally was in his...
sort of got the feeling that he was saying that we don't talk about these
Dude,
things.
like, I'm not mad that I missed it, bro. I swear to God. I'm just... Bro, the art is garbage, bro. Fucking Chronos art is better than that shit that they selling for 13 ETH. God.
What are you trying to say about Chronos
Well, you know
art,
me how
bro?
I feel, bro.
Look
You know
at this
how
beautiful...
I feel, bro. Come on, bro. Shit, relax.
Look at Cat's chimp, man. Look at my meerkat,
But
man.
yo, it's blowing my mind. And Alex is like, this motherfucker, I guess he had minted 3 of them. And I'm talking to him, whatever.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he
Did
did,
he?
bro. Fucking 3. And he's like, why didn't you mint? And I'm like, why am I gonna mint, bro? I didn't like the art.
Wait. You guys got to catch me up. So what was everybody pissed about? The people who got whitelisted?
Well, the whitelist, bro, is being sold for 5 ETH.
The whitelist itself
People
was being
were
sold
selling
for 5
their
ETH.
whitelist for 5
Well, yeah,
ETH.
because the floor was 12 ETH yesterday.
Bro, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Jesus Christ.
It was a flash in the pan to last
Dude,
November.
straight
Right?
up, bro.
It was like somebody just wanted that same energy again, and they were like, all right, let's do it real quick. Let's just get everybody fucking fired up.
Bro, that's straight up manipulation right there, bro. That's straight up manipulation.
Oh, yeah, they bring in K-Money. I was in there, all right? K-Money can say whatever he wants to say about, like, oh, that's not why I came back. Fuck.
Who's K-Money, bro? I don't know
Exactly.
K Money. Anyways, but like, yeah, bro, like fucking, I was like, yo, this is garbage, and I guess I hurt people's feelings in there.
The funny
So
thing is you do know K Money because if you've seen any fucking TikTok video about NFTs that was funny, it was K
nah,
Money.
bro, I'm not on
Bars,
TikTok, bro. The only thing I got is Twitter,
bars.
bro. So, but yeah, bro, I was like, yo, this is blowing my mind. Like, people are really stupid. Jesus Christ.
How does that blow your mind, Katie? You've been saying that for a year. People are
No,
stupid.
I've been saying that, but then you go in and buying now on the stupid art. They,
That's what I don't get is who's paying the 12 each,
well, you tell
right?
me,
Who's
tell me.
wash trade,
Straight up, bro. Straight up.
wash
I'm like,
trade.
yo, bro, they made,
Come on, man. We've been here too
bro,
long. We've been
24
here too
hours.
long.
They 24 hours. They what?
You gonna tell me someone's blowing fucking 20 grand on some shitty
Bro,
art?
somebody
No.
somebody just bought fucking 20 of them, bro.
Yeah.
People are stupid.
People are stupid. You got it.
I mean, we've never been able to call it. That's never gonna change. I can't tell you why people do shit with their money.
Bro,
Um,
this was straight up, and it's funny because if you see the list of who minted, it's straight up influencers, bro. Influencers,
that I
yeah.
saw. That I saw, and that's what I'm saying because Alex tweeted that, and he said, "Look at this fucking shit," and you could see the names of every person
Uh-huh.
minting. So he said he did. I'm confused. How
Bro, the
is it that
motherfucker
now he
minted three,
minted
bro.
3?
The motherfucker minted three. That's what I told him. I was like, what happened to you telling everybody? He's like, oh, I've been telling people. No, well, I've been away for the past 3 days, but I haven't heard shit. But I was like,
Fuck
what
that.
happened to you? I said, telling people. And everybody started, oh, shit, who is this new guy? I was like,
I make a solemn pledge to you all this very bridge day. I will never make money because Jesus Christ, as soon as you make money, everybody fucking hates you.
bro, but it's disgusting, bro. Fucking, that's 20 grand. This fucking guy had what? 3 of them, 60 grand right there, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. I give him props, bro. But like, oh, I hate scammers, bro. That's it.
That's nothing. Al Chimpone makes that in a day. He calls up Lynx. He says, "Hey, let me get 60K." She says, "Bet."
Well, I got an email today from CDC that my funds are in, but then the thing is being it's on what you call it. The thing is being upgraded, so I can't even touch anything. So I'm like, seriously, yo.
The thing is upgraded, yo. We're good. Oh wait, let me check. Actually,
I still can't log in, bro.
yo, I sent 1,000 and I never got it on the other side. I should have told you guys that.
Oh,
Hold on.
It didn't get there.
No, it never got there.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was 1,000, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get another 1,000.
So Alpha, real
Where is
quick,
it?
man, I just wanted to say I don't think people are mad at people making money. I think they're mad about the transparency or lack thereof. A lot of these people are making
Fuck
money
yeah, talk it.
and they're not being transparent, bro. They're running up a bag on somebody else's bag. You know what I mean? And that's the real shit that aggravates people, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just the way I see it.
Oh, no, Mr. Holt, I agree
It's
with
the
you.
same shit that's always pissing people off
I
over there.
agree with you. I mean,
Hypocrisy.
a sucker just bought into this shit right now, and then the floor is gonna dump on their reveal, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, I just lost 13 ETH." Well, motherfucker, learn your lesson.
But
Oh,
that's
it
the
came
thing.
through.
But
It came through.
that's the thing, bro. Is like he would learn his lesson if somebody would have been transparent in the beginning and been like, hey, look, this project is associated with XYZ. This project isn't associated with XYZ. And I think we should take it a step further and even blame the projects, right? Because these guys
Let's go.
allow that speculation to happen. These guys don't step in and say, no, we're not doing that. That's not what this is about. They allow this hype to build, and then they even second it by allowing the secondary volume to pump the fuck up.
I'm with you, bro. I'm anti-hype. I don't think there's anything fucking sustainable about it.
I'm not anti-hype. I'm pro-transparency. That's all.
I agree, 100%. I mean, listen, man, let's not act innocent because we all have tried to hype a project, but not to that
I
extent.
haven't. I have never hyped a project a day in my life.
Oh.
I'll tell you about a project if you ask me about it. But even with the Meerkats,
Tell me about the fucking Meerkats, buddy.
Yeah, see, and that's how it goes. I don't walk into a space and go, yo, let me tell you about my bag. You know what I mean? Like that's
Oh,
not me.
never.
But that's what a
same
lot of
here.
people do, man, and that's what a lot of people like. They'll walk into a space and they'll start, talking about their project. They'll hype up a project. I've never done that. You can check anywhere I've ever been. You'll never hear me talking about. Oh, I just bought this. You guys should get in on this. I remember one time I came in here on Alpha Space and I said, "Hey guys, Nickelodeon is about to mint." And it's going to be a hype out project. And I really suggest that if you're going to get in on it, get in on the ground floor, mint it out, and flip it. Did I not, Alpha?
No, that was
Hey,
real
that's
talk, man.
I
And
facts.
that
remember
was when
that.
it was
That's
a
facts,
real
Mr. Hotto.
Nickelodeon drop, not these bullshit ones that you see now that are all scams.
Yeah,
That was a moneymaker.
Me and
I
Mr.
won't
Hotto made a
ever.
bag on that.
Yeah, I won't walk in here and hype nobody up. I won't try and get you to spend your money on no dumb shit. Like I said, I'm 100% pro transparency. If you want to talk that money, we could talk money. But I'm gonna tell you, like, hey, I sold out here. This is my goal. This is my end goal. I'm not trying to dump a bag on nobody. That's not the way it should be.
What's the floor on those Rugrats now?
Fucking
Point
30%. Oh,
point
sorry.
oh 0.015 maybe.
Oh, okay.
That's not even bad.
No, because especially like they're
0.015.
talking about like reboots and stuff like that. So like, who knows realistically where these IP rights end up? So I still hold I think I hold like 3. But I made about $2,000 on that those flips. You know what I mean?
Let's go. That's
Yeah, buddy.
decent money, man.
Yo, I appreciate that alpha too, Mr. Hotto, because me and you talked about it when you came in and talked about that Nickelodeon drop. And yeah, man, he never shields any bullshit. He just kind of keeps it 100. You do your own research. If you get in and can make a bag, awesome. But if you hold on to it, that's on you. You got to know when to get in and when to get out.
Yeah, and I mean, and I said that too. I said, hey guys, this is going to be a hype project. They're going to mint right out, and then it's gonna be a bad, it's going to go hype, and then it's going to downtrend, and it did exactly that within 48 hours. Within
Oh, for
48 hours,
sure.
it flipped crazy as fuck. It reached almost a full ETH floor, and then now look at it. It literally is at 0.01315 somewhere in that range. And I think that's the approach more people should be taking. Like they shouldn't be looking for exit liquidity. They should be looking to build here. That's just my opinion. I can't tell anybody that that what they're doing isn't the right way to go about it. I can just say from my view, it's wrong. You know what I mean?
100%, bro.
And we
So
don't
that's why
need
you.
anybody chasing those big gains. We need people that are thinking long term, and building bags in a sustainable way, man. We're not trying to make anyone exit liquidity, especially these people we're fucking onboarding, man. I think a lot of communities haven't figured that out yet, and they're still bringing in new people and using them as exit liquidity, and that's never going to get us anywhere.
That's why Hoddle always asks the tough questions.
Got to. Maybe we ask too many tough questions. We
No,
barely
I
see
love it.
projects coming up here anymore, dude. We got Lucky Leopards.
Man, if I told you guys how many projects I've got to not launch on Kronos because of me talking to them,
How many?
I should at least 3.
That's pretty good. I've
I
tried.
saved
No one
wallets for
listens
3
to me.
rugs.
They don't listen to me. But it's for the
Oh, no,
best.
it's so I got it to the point where these projects actually chose not to mint at all.
Damn, man, you got some Jedi mind tricks. You're like, this is not the chain you're looking for.
No, it wasn't like oh, this isn't the chain. It was more or less like I just kept on pointing out everything that they were doing wrong or sketchy, and it got to the point where they were just like, damn, I'm already found out before I could even kickstart the actual scam,
Got him.
He's scared him to death.
Good.
Respect.
God, that's so much better than it playing out the other way. They come, they drop, they mint, everyone gets pissed, they rug, everyone gets pisser.
So, Alpha, if you don't mind, I'd like to say, guys, I'm on Thursday nights. I'm gonna start doing a space called All Chill, No Chill. So you guys could figure out what that means. I plan on getting some people to come and talk, and I plan on digging into them and figuring out like, their actual plans and their actual goals, and it'll be cross chain. So I'll have Chronos, I'll have ETH. As I build out, it'll become better. And I got a couple different finance projects, protocols that are going to be coming up too. So certain weeks will be all NFTs, certain weeks will be all protocols, and I got a guy who's going to help me with the tokenomics part, so it'll be good conversation on that side, and hopefully we can save some people from rugs and push some good projects that are going to be happening. Not push as in like shill them, because you guys know, obviously, like I just said, I'm not about that, but I would like to get more people to understand what they're investing in, and if I can produce more facts for you to view from a better perspective, then that's what I'd like to do.
That's
awesome, man.
And we need more people running spaces. I don't know why this narrative has emerged where it's this space against other spaces, because I don't think I've ever really pushed that. I want all these spaces to succeed. I want Chronos especially to have a schedule. Check the tapes. I've been saying it for a fucking year. Like, we have had nothing but time and opportunity to set up, look good, and have a schedule, a full day of content. A full day of content. It's not too hard for us. It's not.
And then there's no conflict.
We're getting in our own fucking way here.
Well, on that note, every week, Tuesday nights, 9 p.m., me, Sir Mincelot, and Mirhoff are going to be hosting Triumvirate. If you guys don't know what that means, look it up. And yeah, Thursday nights, I'll be hosting All Show No Chill, and we'll get it going.
I love the name. I'll be asleep though.
Oh, fuck yeah. And I want it to keep going. That's the important thing, is that we have the consistency. I know Hodl can pull it off, and I want everybody who feels like they've got something that they can put a show together around, whether it's, grilling projects, breaking down tokens, breaking down wallets, or just onboarding. Do it. Set a goal and hit it, and stay consistent with it. The only reason I keep doing these spaces is because I started doing these spaces, and now it can't stop.
Don't stop.
Well, bro, who how do you ask this question? Who else is still doing it? Rockstar threw in the fucking towel.
Oh shit, it did? When?
Bro, it's been a slow rug.
Oh, all right.
It's like every 3 weeks, every 2 weeks.
It's every other week now.
I don't know.
Those spaces are boring.
Well, the thing is like, consistency, right? If you have consistency, just because you can show up doesn't mean anything. You actually have to have conversation, right? So I could show up here, but if I spout my mouth off and just talk about random nonsense, it's not going to do anything.
Actually, what was it like? I don't know whether it was supposed to be the Kronos space, but the last Rockstar one was just over the weekend, right? And I went in there for like, I don't know, half an hour, and someone was talking about an ETH project about lazy apes or something. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but isn't it supposed to be a Kronos space? I just didn't get it.
Well, I think they're trying to do more cross-chain, and that's the thing.
Okay.
Because you have to. In this position, we only have 100 people left on Kronos. So how else are you going to get more people here? Well, you got to bring ETH.
No, I didn't realize that. I thought it was just a strictly Kronos.
No, and
that's fine.
I think that's positive. I think they should, or we should, lean into it. Make like we tried to bring Kronos to that space a year ago, And it was painful, right? We went in there every Sunday, brought more people, pushed it up, 500, 600, 700 people. But we couldn't get them to talk about Kronos. All they wanted to do was talk about CDC. And we saw how that went. But like, if we lean into the ETH thing, because this is where Kronos gets, we have a leg up. We are a more interconnected chain when it comes to Cosmos and Ethereum. We don't need the bridge to be everything that I dreamed it would be. We just need to do it better than everybody else, and I think we are.
And that space was boring too. That's why it only lasted 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know. We try. Who's doing it? Like, I think all of that shit can be really good. Even the VeChain Crow thing that Ramen does. But also, like, that was a towel that got thrown in over the weekend. Like, someone sent me the link, so I listened to that space, and yeah, it was hard to listen to. But I hope that, like, the growth is good, that Rockstar pushing Ethereum and CDC, since Minted is, like, maybe Minted will promote that space or sponsor it and help get it bigger. And
Hey,
Ramen going to VeChain.
I appreciate you consistently pushing this space. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Anyways, how's Halloween for everybody?
Pretty good, man.
Good. I'm beat, bro.
These kids brought home a boatload.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. My kids too,
boatload.
Bro. I was fucking mad, bro. And you know what's funny is that my daughter started first grade, so they were teaching them how to check the candies. So every candy that she was picking, she was like, "Dad, make sure there's no fentanyl in it." I was like,
"No,
just
I was
fucking
gonna
eat
say that
shit.
as a joke. I was gonna say
just
that
eat
as a
that
joke.
shit. I said.
They told the kids about rainbow fentanyl. That's so fucked up.
Yo, dude, you know how mad I was? I was like, I told
pissed.
my wife today, I was like, I'm gonna take them to school and I'm gonna bug out on them. She was like, "Do you want to go back to jail?" She said. I was like,
That's
all right, fuck it. Yo, straight up, dude. Like, who teaches kid watch out for fentanyl?
No, see, like, I
bro.
was more pissed off. Like, have you noticed they put all right, so they spelled out Snickers on the mini Snickers this year. So everyone has like a different letter on it. And my kids are into this conspiracy theory now where they said if you spell out Snickers with the mini Snickers, then you can bring it in to a store and cash it in for a real Snickers. And I was like, you guys, come on. Lay it out on the floor. Lay it out on the floor. So they spell it out. And I'm like, all right, are you going to take that to the store and give the guy fucking 9 mini Snickers for 1 whole Snickers? Is that what you're going to do with this candy?
Yeah, so my daughter opened a Skittle bag and she was like, "Dad, can you check this?" And I'm like, "How am I supposed to check this?" She's like, "Why don't you eat it first and we see that you're okay?" And I'm like, "This fucking girl." And she's only 6 years old.
That's all we're good for, man. That's all we're good for on Halloween.
I'm like, all right, I'll take it.
Poison
So I ate it. That's it. I was like, yo, you got to be kidding me. I said, man, Jesus Christ.
They're learning how to trade, Alpha.
We haven't pulled off the trade yet. This is the thing. I said, like, empty wrappers. If it's empty wrappers, that makes sense for the kids. Now you're actually getting something. You're getting a Snickers bar for empty wrappers. But my kids are like, no, they have to be full. And I'm like, well, why would you fucking trade in full Snickers for full Snickers? Like, at least the conspiracy theory when we were kids about Tootsie Pops, where it was like, if there was an Indian shooting an arrow in the air or something, we always said that, like, you could bring it into the store and get a free Tootsie Pop. Nobody ever got a free Tootsie Pop. Okay, but at least that one made sense. This one makes no sense.
Not at all, man. Not at all. I was like mind blown.
I haven't busted out the scale yet, but I was trying to tell the kids, like, that's more chocolate and peanuts in the mini than it is cashing it in for the big Snickers. So, like, don't do it to yourself. Don't even try it. What do you think, Johnny? Are your kids trying to fucking... Did they fall for this conspiracy?
You talking to me, Alpha?
Yeah, buddy.
Did my kids fall for the candy conspiracy? The only conspiracy I saw involving candy this year was that they could get Doom in a Snickers bar.
Doom the game?
Yeah, somebody put it on like a little like LED, like tiny ass 1 inch, or sorry, if Nat's in here, tiny little 1 inch screen and put it in a candy bar.
You gotta love this guy. He just apologized for saying ass.
So,
And not even straight ass, like hyphenated ass. Like oh man, Johnny, you are a fucking good guy.
I appreciate
Sorry,
it, Alpha.
Matt. I didn't mean to...
You're a good guy. I've been listening to you guys kind of talk about stuff this morning and like dealing with, so in the Discord of the goats, we kind of, with everything being going on, like I'm building an addition, Maddie got married, there's been just life happening, and like everyone thought all of a sudden the goats were a rug pull. And so like I know what you're talking about with the as far as like the transparency and trying to be honest with people and like life happening and still staying in DeFi, because 6 days is a month and a month is a year and it happens so quick. So but yeah, it's the transparency is the biggest part. If you can be honest with people, people will be understanding.
That is the main point, you know? Like keep it real and communicate. That's the baseline. Like for all this. That's all you got to do.
Communicate, Alpha. That to me, that's the big one. Like I come from an IT background, and that's part of how you do support. You got to have the constant communication with the user. So even if you give a quick update weekly, it's like, oh, they haven't gone away type of thing. Even if you don't have any news, you just put a message out. That's what I
mean, we're building brands here, right? So how important is it to have that connection with your customers? Like we're building lifelong customers. Like it sucks to use that word. I feel like it kind of reduces this to something transactional when it's not, because we talk more about community. But if you want to talk about it from a business standpoint, you're building lifelong customers. So when you hear corporations talk about this shit, right? Like they'll do crazy little things like fucking spend $1 million sending Christmas cards to all their customers, right? Not because they care about them, because they did some research and found out that like if you send them a birthday card or a Christmas card, like they will buy your product more than the person next to them on the shelf. So
dude, that is 100%, like 100%.
We gotta think about these things, and you keep that communication open. You stay in contact with the people that took a chance on you, and they'll be there forever. They'll be there forever, and we're just getting started. Fucking A, man. I wasn't kidding about the 42 ETH holders. Like I see the 42 ETH Thunder token holders as like as the company. People who got those, they were the first ones to buy in.
They check all the boxes.
All them boxes. And we're not gonna go anywhere. We've done basically an entire year. Every single day, twice a day. That's 800, 700 something shows. That's a lot of content. We recorded every single one of them. They're on YouTube. Even if they don't have that many views now, they'll be there for the next 20 years.
I should go back and listen to the first show.
Oh my God. I haven't done the flashbacks in a while. Because, Ozzy used to come in here and play the old tapes. Do you guys remember back in the day? It was like half of the show was listening to other shows. We would start up and Ozzy would be like, oh, did you miss this from yesterday? And he'd just start playing it. He'd just start playing the tape from yesterday. And we'd all, be nice about it and just let the tape play. But it's like, we were there. We were there.
He just didn't he just I only heard that once or sorry, Kat. I've only heard that once or twice, but didn't he just play it from his computer to whatever he was like on, and it was just terrible quality from what I recall.
It was so bad. But we didn't, no one knew what they were doing. We were like, all right, we're taking what we can get here.
Yeah.
And we were running these spaces 24 hours, man. There was no breaks. Zero breaks.
Yo, real quick, Alpha, won't you bring Wavy up? I threw a pin tweet up. I threw two up. One, Cronus Primate's coming out with a swap. That's gonna be pretty dope. I just see Wavy came in, so he can explain that. I saw yesterday in the Primate space they had about 1,200 people tune in, so that's huge for Kronos. And a lot of reason that happened is because Wavy's been doing a lot of cross pollinating over in the ETH community and trying to bring ETH holders over here to buy into Kronos. So I mean, that was definitely a big move yesterday on his part. So shout out to him for doing that and the whole Primates team. And then if you swipe over and you look at the second pin tweet from the right, there's some artwork of a legendary from the Lucky Leopard drop that's coming out in a few weeks. But yeah, man, get Wavy up here so you can explain this swap.
I hit him with the invite. He enjoys staying down there and throwing fucking thumbs downs the whole show. And some laughing about a couple laughing. Yeah, watch. Laugh, thumbs down.
Yeah, you laugh. You better come up here and talk about it, fool. Nobody
Shut up,
know.
baby. Oh man. I muted myself. It's 10 o'clock. Should we check the charts again? Fuck it. Up or down?
The reality is, man, this is a tough space.
Sideways.
Oh,
It's
here's
a
the
tough
guy.
space
You're not looking at
sometimes,
the
man,
screen.
to sit here. If I come up, man, I got a big mouth. I will fucking say a lot of bad stuff. So,
Say it.
nah.
Please. We're not
Well, I
holding
haven't had a
back anything.
Nah. This chain is fucking weird, man. You can't say truth too much here, because then people are, Nah. I'd rather just stay down there, throw my emojis down at shit, and
I
that's
think
it.
they're ready for the truth, Wavy. I
Nah,
think
nah,
they're
nah, nah,
ready
nah, nah.
for it.
People want the truth. They can't handle that shit. That's the real.
They can't handle the truth. That's
So
for
if I
sure.
came up here firing shots at what I think is my truth for what I see, people turn that shit on me, and then they turn on my. Nah, fuck that. Like, it's a real fucking balance trying to have a project and keep your mouth shut about a lot of fucked up shit that goes on. So I just
That's
throw my
facts, man. You
thumb
know
Let him
who
know.
does
down.
a good job? We got to shout out Troopers, man. I think Troops does a pretty good job of running a project and smacking motherfuckers around when they get out of line.
Yeah, but Troops also loves to talk about troops. All right, like,
Yeah,
I can't, like, fuck. I don't even like shilling my own project. Some people just, they, man, it means too much to me to shill. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to be thinking like, fuck you. I don't want to hear that shit. So I don't really like to
I
shill.
hear you,
I
man.
put it out there. People want to buy into what I'm doing. Sweet. The swap spot is gonna be huge. Be able to swap your NFTs, swap with Crow. We're gonna have a loan feature, so somebody wants to put up their line, let's say, find the right
All
price,
right,
all
this
that
is
shit.
cool.
So yeah, it's coming. It's
Yeah,
built.
break this shit down. Alone? That's
Yeah, it's
new.
built right
That's
now.
brand
Just
new.
the website is the last thing right now. So yeah, so the loan will work, right? So somebody needs money. They got NFT. Obviously, shit NFTs. No one's gonna want that shit. But a good NFT like a lion. Let's say the floor is 2,000. You need $1,000. Well, whoever has money could put that up easily, right? I'll give you 1,000. You have 2 weeks to pay me back. So it's the person who's putting the money up is not at a loss. If they want that NFT, it's a good opportunity to maybe get that thing for 50% off what the price is. If that guy doesn't come back, well, shit, that's your NFT now. So, and if you don't, you're still gonna make money when the guy comes back, right? With the tax, you might make a couple $100 for 2 weeks. So,
So you're putting the money down
Nobody's
as
doing.
like a
I'm not,
as like
I'm
a
not the user. It's user to user.
yeah, I'm saying as a user, you're putting money down as like someone else can throw on top of it, and then who owns it?
Well, like, listen, if let's say you come to me with your meerkat right now, right, and you need $800, let's say, and that your NFTs, obviously it has, it's going to be less. So that's why I'm using the lines. If it's 2,000, you'll come to me. Maybe I'll loan you 1,000, and then you'll have 2 weeks, whatever it is, to pay me back. If you don't pay me back, that NFT is mine. I keep it. You just lost $1,000.
Okay. This reminds me of a meerkat I knew back in the day that Slim Lion gave me. Told me he was going to meet me at the boat with, 2 G's. Never did. So I fucking sold it,
Yeah, so
As you
Same
should
type of
have.
deal.
then we'll have the swap feature, right? So how many people get scammed, right? Just go up there, trade your NFTs, $5. The person who accepts will pay. We're gonna have raffles and auctions up there too, so that's open to everyone. So if you want to go auction something off, people can go buy tickets, try and get it, raffles, all that shit. It's open to everyone. It's not just a thing. So you'll be able to go there. Like I said, if you want to auction or raffle off something, it might be easier for some people to sell that way, or even to buy. Right? Maybe you don't have whatever a couple $100 to buy something, but you got $5 to buy a ticket. Maybe you'll win it. Who knows, right? So that's open to everyone also.
Yeah, I have a question. Maybe is
You
this
are
only
innovating.
for? Go ahead, Kat.
I was just saying, Wavy, you're innovating. That's
No,
amazing.
I appreciate it, man. It's already there on the east side, right? All these things are already out there, and that's like I've been saying before. You just got to have the right team, the right people that can bring it over, fork the contracts, bridge it over, and we're adding our own twist, obviously, to everything. But all the contracts are already audited, so when it's there. All the main work has been done. It's just got to bring it over to Chronos and a lot of these teams, and that's why I keep my mouth shut, man. A lot of people are lazy here, bro. Man, like it's not fucking it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like it's hard work. If it's already there, especially, just fucking bring it here. So,
Right. We don't have to reinvent the
nah,
wheel.
man,
We just have to.
gotta
We
innovate.
just have to bring it over here and grow it. Put our own little spin on it.
Bro, you know how powerful that honesty is though, Wavy? Like that's why I need you up here spitting that shit because people need to understand how easy these things are. Not easy, right? But just like you were saying, it's
They're
copy
simple,
paste.
not easy.
Forking is copy and paste. EVM means Ethereum Virtual Machine. It means any code from Ethereum can run on Chronos. Any of it. So it's not rocket science. But the people that are doing it are smart. And yeah, they're smarter than you. But like that doesn't mean you can't do it. You can do it.
Exactly. And if you have your own team of devs, all this, like the people that are in trouble are the people that got to pay devs, right? 30, 40, 50, whatever the fuck. Like at the end of the day, it's just forking the shit over. So how much time is that? Honestly, it took my dev 2 weeks to do this shit. I had the idea. I said, fuck this. Everyone's been talking about swap safe and it never fucking happened. So I said, fuck, let's do it. Man, within 2 weeks, he built it. Like, it's done. I just
Don't
figured
Yeah,
second
but
guess yourself. Just say fork
so
it.
just to talk
yeah,
on
fuck
that,
yeah.
like doing the contract part's the easy part, Wavy. It's the front end that becomes difficult.
Yeah,
Development to it.
100%. Yeah, that's what my team's doing right now. That's why it's gonna take November 15th to launch date for it.
No, but good kudos to you, man. Um, obviously, we had one coming, but that shit went sideways. I don't know who the dev even was, to be
Hey,
honest.
close your car door if you're gonna talk me in a sausage. That
It's a
dinging's driving
seatbelt.
me
It's not
crazy.
a
I'm gonna
car
grab the
door.
seatbelt and wrap around your fucking egghead and pop it.
If you can reach this high,
Oh, you guys are on fire.
that's my guy. Hey, did you put your Vienna sausage costume on with meat sauce and walk around with your kids yesterday?
I did. He gave me a seasoning packet.
Hey, you can't you gotta have a little seasoning.
Wavy, you take your kids trick or treating yesterday, bro?
Yeah, man. Fuck. Got drunk too. It was a fun night.
Oh, good job, everybody. No
Oh,
one,
Love's up
no
here.
one, no one gives us props for that shit. I'll give you
Hey,
props.
hey, I got a question though, Wavy. So your swap is it for Chronos only, or will you be integrating other uh blockchain NFTs, kind of like what you're doing with Crotopia?
Yeah, we'll get eventually. Obviously, right? We have to have more. I want to focus on Crow. But everything, right? Like, man, eventually, hopefully, we'll get some real big NFT swaps, or even anything. Like I said, someone wants to sell a Bored Ape. Obviously, people don't have money to buy that shit. But maybe 1,000 people could pay $10 to try and get it. And he also just sold his thing, right? So many different possibilities and options are there. So
Obviously, I knew the answer to that because I've talked to you on the back end, but I knew if I had that question, somebody else in this room would have that same question, so I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, man.
What's the fee, Wavy?
I think we're gonna sit at $5 for your swaps. So whoever
Good
accepts
price.
pays the $5. Yeah.
That's decent. I think that's a good price.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's cheap. What are people paying now? A couple hundred crore for something sometimes. I mean, the more expensive your NFT, the more you're paying. So $5, fine.
Yeah, and if you guys feel some type of
Where's
way,
Bach? Bach still owes me my royalties. Where's Bach? I want my royalties.
This is your opportunity. This is what we do this for. If you feel one way or the other, you can hit the mic button. You can come up here. You can tell us about it. And no, Twitter's not broken.
So I will also
if you're
tell
hitting the mic button and you're not getting up here, it's not a mystery. Okay, it's because you were talking one talk in here and then another talk in another space. So we don't have time for that shit. Okay. If you're gonna talk some shit in here, it better be the same shit you're talking in other spaces, or else you're not getting up here anymore.
Oh, I want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Who's this?
wait. The
Go
last thing
ahead,
I
Wavy.
will say is all the projects that do get swapped and whatever, like all the information gets kept and stuff. So there is a 3% fee. But if you want it, come to me. I ain't going to chase after all you motherfuckers to pay you your 3%. So if you want that shit, you come to me. Otherwise, I'm keeping that shit. I'm just being honest.
It's fair, Wavy. This is
Let's
fair.
at least just say. Yeah, at least just say it up front. I like it.
As long as it's up front. And
It's up front. There's
I've been
nothing wrong
getting a
with that.
lot of DMs recently that like we're too nice to balk in here. Is that the vibes?
Yeah. He's
Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
you're pretty nice to him.
I started off being the meanest, and then we had to make it work. He is in here every day. How mean am I supposed to be?
Hey, man, look, a snake lives in a hole every day. You don't realize it's a snake till you get too close and that motherfucker bites you. So, I
Smoke
mean,
him.
you could keep letting this motherfucker in the grass if you want to, and you fuck
Snake
around
in
and
a
get bit.
hole.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Well, I ain't been bit yet, but that's because
Nah, but
I keep my grass cut pretty
it
damn
seems like a
low
lot
these
of
days.
people in this room have been bit by that snake. So, there. Listen, my mom always told me if more than 4 or 5 people call you a crackhead, it's a reason for that. It's probably because you're a crackhead or you got
Oh well,
crackhead
check
Wait,
this
tendencies.
out. Check this out, bro.
so I'm
I've
really
got the best snake oil to sell all of you. It'll protect you from
so I'm
snakes
really a sausage.
everywhere.
Yeah, bro, you really might be a Vienna sausage because I mean,
I'm really a sausage. I made it.
Uncle Lo, what's up?
You guys are cracking me up. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I love this group. No, you mentioned my tweet earlier, Alf, when I was taking the kids to school, so I didn't have time to come up. But I guess just to kind of give you the sentiment behind that tweet was a lot of us last night when this art gobbler stuff was going on, our feed was blowing up with people being very candid about how they felt about it, right? And it just got me thinking, right? It was like, whether it's good or bad, like at least people are being expressive and they're being real, and and we don't always get that on our chain on Kronos. I think people sometimes will hold their tongue so that they don't make an enemy or get called be negative or a futter, right? And the day that but that shows like the progression and maturity of our chain versus Ethereum that has a bit more history. Eventually, hopefully, we get there, and it's not destructive, right? People will say build or destroy. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's not one or zero. It's really about trying to be real and trying to enhance the community and what we've got going here. And so it was really nice to see the passion, right? And I heard Hoddle earlier, and I love that he's being proactive and really engaging and trying to ask the tough questions. A lot of us need to be like that, right? But the whole sentiment was really like, I look forward to the day that Kronos feels as comfortable as people do over there with just being themselves, right? And I think when that comes, projects, scammers will feel less welcomed and less comfortable in this space.
We gonna run them out of here. We don't even. We want. Yes, I feel it. Thank you.
Right.
We won't even
And
have to. Yeah.
and the other thing was, you said about people hosting spaces, right? And I agree. Like more spaces, more onboarding, more, getting people familiar with what's going on out here. But there's a balance, right? Because we got to be careful with whose platform and what the rhetoric is in those platforms and what those people's intentions are, right? Because some people want to carve off and close off realness from and reality from their space. And when you're starting to trying to manipulate a sector or section of the chain, right, and you're pushing up false rhetorics because you don't allow anybody else to come in here and provide color or clarity into the rhetoric and the narrative that you're pushing, right? That's where it becomes a little destructive. So I'm all for more people hosting spaces. I love, Bad is doing a great job with hosting spaces, man. Their spaces are always going, and they got a lot of people in there, new people too that I don't even recognize. But I'm all for more hosts, more people doing things like that, as long as they come with the right intentions and inclusion, right? I mean, we got to have real conversations in here, and people getting their feelings hurt or getting in their feelings about somebody said something so and so and et cetera, et cetera. Like, come on, man. We're adults. We got to have real conversations, and all this stuff of oh, you hurt my feelings, so I'm not going to talk to you no more. Like, that's childish shit.
Yeah, that's why I hate Egghead.
What's up, troops? Did you missed the part where I was giving you props earlier?
Oh, thank you very much. I just came in here. I was like, whoa, look at this fucking riffraff we've got up here in the speakers box today. Look at the full OGs in the house. Love it. But yeah, I hear what Lo's saying as well. Like, I'm forever biting my tongue, trying not to say too much, try to stay back in the shadows and never say anything. That's Scottish sarcasm there, by the way.
See, it has to be explained. It has
It
to be
has to be
explained.
explained. I know you North Americans by now, sarcasm is often lost upon you.
No,
He
but that's
calls.
why I was giving you props earlier, because I was saying it's not easy to do. Me and Wavy were talking about being a project lead and also calling out bullshit. They don't go together as easy as you might think.
It's really hard, and I've had to learn. I took my real personality here, and my real personality is an outspoken, mouthy Scottish asshole, and so you kind of have to then taper that a little bit, as I do in my real life job as well. Otherwise, I'd be sacked. And then you couple that with building a project, building investors, and you have your core group in your project who know you as a person, and so you can say things to them. And then you realize all of a sudden, once you start building 2, 3, 4, 500 people, there's more at stake. And then you got to remember that this is an investment that people are making. And every time I open my mouth from that trooper's Twitter, for example, it's having some form of impact on those people's investments. And I remember like it's been a while because I'm way more conscious of it now, but 3, 4 months back, I had DMs from, significant holders of the project saying like, I wish you just wouldn't do it. I wish you would just be quiet, don't say anything. Like, we love the project, but like you're destroying our investments. And it's a fair point. And so you got to, it is hard because you want to be true and you want to be real. And it wasn't like I stand by everything I was saying, right? Everything I
Oh
was
fuck
saying
yeah! But you've got a
was true.
great community,
Yeah.
to reach out to you like that. Like, I want to surround myself with the same kind of people that are gonna tell me when I'm fucking up. Because
Right.
just because you bought my project doesn't mean I'm right.
Yeah, like the worst thing you can do is surround yourself with a bunch of yes men and women, people who are just constantly going to agree with
Yeah.
everything you say. Because sometimes, I mean, even if your intentions are good, it's not the time. Look, there's been plenty of times I've wanted to say something, and Wavy has walked me off the ledge. He's like, "Bro, just don't even entertain it because you're just going to cause more flood and drama." And I'm not and it's not that he's telling me to not be truthful about things, but there's a time and a place for everything. And when you're trying to build a project, or when you're the lead of a project, or a community manager of a project, you got to find that fine line of being able to be truthful and honest without fucking up your bottom line. And your bottom line is your holders and the bag that they could potentially make.
That's
Well
why I
said.
throw emojis there only.
What'd you say? There's your emojis.
That's why I throw emojis. Yeah, I don't really come
Yeah,
up
yeah,
with
yeah.
fuck that.
But sometimes your emojis do more damage than your words.
Speak louder than words. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Emojis speak louder
sometimes the
than
delay,
words. What they
right?
say.
People, speakers, we have a delay.
Yeah, it's the
So the
delay. It's the
emoji could
delay
be
that's
15
damaging. That's what it
seconds.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, is he laughing at me or is he sending
I
that
know.
back?
Every time I'm like, oh god, he's thumbs down. Oh, he's thumbs down at what the other guy said. That's what it is. Katie, what's up?
Legend, low, everybody, Troop said the same thing. But when is enough? When is what? How do you say that? When is enough enough? And call, stop throwing thumbs down. When is enough enough, man? Like, when are we really gonna fucking bless this motherfuckers, man? It's just few of us that like to bless people. The rest literally just stays quiet, you know. And when is enough enough, man?
Well, again, like
Today.
I guess calling people out when it's necessary to call them out is one thing, but I think again we keep shooting ourselves in the foot because anybody who's not in Kronos or been here for a while, if we're trying to bring them over and the first thing they see is a bunch of us talking shit on certain projects or certain devs or whoever, no, don't get me wrong. There's certain people who warrant um, shit being talked about them and being exposed, but for the most part, we have a very neck tall mentality. Like I said, we eat each other, and that shoots us in the foot. Like we got to find that line of, is this something that's really worth bitching and making a post about? Because we got to remember, it's not just a reflection of that project, it's a reflection of Kronos as a whole blockchain. And I've been in enough e spaces over the last 7 8 months, and Wavy was just in one the other day, and they were flat out like, look, it's not that Kronos doesn't have cool artwork and there's some cool stuff over there, but it's very high school. It's a very high school mentality over there. Like you go over there and
And
there's
we
always
need to
fighting,
hear
there's
this.
always bitching, there's always this, there's always that, and
Yeah.
then when somebody with a good project that may have a BAYC or a mutant, people instantly shit on that person, and then it kind of
Speaking of
fucks
which,
everything
here's
up.
our favorite
I keep
BAYC.
hearing this stuff just real quick. I keep hearing this, and it does make like I hear what you're saying, Farah, but like I laugh every time I hear it because this idea that there isn't petty, childish bullshit
No,
going
no,
on
I'm not saying there's
at a
not
scale
petty
at a
shit
scale
on
that's
ETH,
hundred
because
x
there
what goes on
is.
in Kronos, right? Fundamentally, in Ethereum, from the very beginning of it, there's been a divide between CryptoPunks and BAYC,
Yeah.
and it's filtered down to every single significant project on that chain,
Yeah, but
bar none. And
There's
they
always
actually
going to be a
this
big
idea
brother,
they
little
don't
brother
this
vibes. Yeah.
idea that there this idea that there's
yeah, but
no
troops.
differing
You're
I'm
chains.
not
talking.
saying there's
Yeah,
no
but
FUD on ETH,
troops.
because
Like
there is.
But
Legend
guys,
has been for the last
I,
4 or 5 days. Legend's been,
All
oh
yeah,
right. Now
no,
you're fucking
tell
fighting
shit.
like high school. Everybody shut the fuck up. You're making a bad look for the chain, okay? I've been saying this forever. Don't act like I haven't. Check the goddamn tapes. Stop acting like a bunch of kids. Yes. Yes, it's bullshit over there.
No,
But,
I'm saying the scale ratio. That's all I'm saying.
all right.
This is a lot smaller side over here with a higher percentage of bullshit versus ETH. I feel like there's a lot more going on, and you
Disagree.
don't see
I
it
think
as
the ratio
much.
is
I think our
absolutely the
ratio is
same.
good. I'm with
I think
True.
the ratio is exactly the same. That's the point I'm making.
No
It's exact.
way.
It's
No
much more going
fucking
on.
way.
Of course it is. You see it more here because it's smaller.
There you go.
I think if people come in and they see that and they get scared away, that they're not built for this, right? This is a very rough, emerging technology, emerging investment area. And if you can be dissuaded by, walking into a space or seeing somebody being, argumentative, then it's probably best that you don't hang out here because you're gonna probably get got.
You're gonna
We're
get
The
building
Wild
raped.
train
West.
tracks. We're not sitting in the dining car. We're the ones out here with the sledgehammers going into uncharted territory. You better
The
have some
Wild
fucking dirt
West.
on your pants.
It's the only thing that gets me wound up when I hear that because you spent a year there and it's the same BS. And Lo's exactly right. That's the industry. That's the place it is. Trying to make out like everyone's over there fucking hugging and dancing around in circles is BS. It's the same petty bullshit.
Well, I can tell you this much from the ETH side, other projects and other people show up into other spaces to support. Kronos does not do that. You could sit here and try to argue with me. I haven't seen, and I'll talk to you about it directly, troops. Like, I don't see any of your guys show up and support. I pull up into your spaces, Hippo spaces. ETH
What
guys,
you
they
mean,
pull
bro?
up to any.
We got to
I'm in your
change this.
spaces. I'm
We
in
got
your
to
You were
spaces.
change
talk.
this.
I'm not saying you. I'm
Oh,
just saying in
oh,
general.
oh,
Like
oh, oh,
the
oh.
Kronos side sticks to the same shit. ETH people, they
Hey,
support
legend.
heavier. They,
I
they
have
pull
I'm
not.
up.
gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something real quick, and don't want to hurt your ego. Just because people don't go into your space doesn't mean to say they're not going into other Ethereum spaces.
Oh no, I'm not saying MySpace in general. I'm just saying the Kronos people stay in the same circle.
I mean, that's a pretty valid statement. Like, because I was talking to somebody, and I'm not gonna say any names because I
How
don't
do we
want to
fix it?
expose the project. But I was talking to somebody, who was on a Kronos project, right? And I was like, "Hey, man, do you go into any other spaces? Like, how you been? Like, just checking in with them." And they're like, "Man, I only stay in this group's chats because this is the only project I mess with on Kronos. I'm not gonna venture out and go into any other spaces because there's no point. Because I'm not gonna buy anything else. I don't care if it's on Kronos. Like, we can't have that mentality. Like, you got.
Who said that? Let me at him, bro. Who said it?
I'm not gonna do that,
You
bro.
better hold me back. You better hold me back.
What's wrong with
It
that?
was Murphy.
Oh
What
God.
we don't. Not everybody needs to go into all. We had this conversation the other day, right? And everyone can have their own strategy and their own way of doing things. But the way I responded to Legend about it the other night in the space is that you don't like. I spent a year, and loads of other people did, doing the opposite to what you all are doing now. So I've been there, done it, and loads of other people did too. Legends, let me finish. And now you guys are saying, oh, we need to go over to Ethereum and do this, that, and the other. Some people maybe do, some people maybe don't. What I said the other night about Kronos and about it growing, we've got one of the largest organizations in the world, in crypto.com, who are spending billions on onboarding people into their platform and then into Kronos. If they aren't going to succeed in onboarding people into this chain, then me going into an ETH space and doing it is gonna be a fucking fart in the wind, as we'd say here.
I'm not even talking about
You're taking
necessarily
it
ETH
wrong, bro.
spaces.
I'm
Kronos
talking
projects
Kronos.
don't support other Kronos projects. Is what
I
I'm
hear
saying,
what
bro.
everybody is saying.
Like,
I
nope.
hear all of it.
I'm not
I,
saying
I hear
ETH
I hear what
troops.
ETH is saying. I
Yeah.
hear what Troops is saying too. But I'm just saying in general, like Kronos projects don't support other Kronos projects. I don't care if it's.
Exactly.
I'm not even talking about just ETH. There's no community love in general. Kronos doesn't support other Kronos projects. They don't support ETH.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know how you can like.
That's
Bro,
why I
I've
built my
never seen
project.
any of your people come around in our space ever once, and I always pull up for the hippos and everybody in there.
I just answered that. I just answered that
I'm
question.
not
Though.
talking about your ETH. You keep going to ETH spaces, bro. I'm talking about the Kronos side of things. The Kronos projects don't support Kronos projects, bro. It's just how it is. You guys are all very culty. It's how it
We've
is.
got 13. We've got 13 projects just in our community staking, and they all
Right,
support
and
each other.
those
Like I
same
just said,
13 people
because
hang
they don't
out
go
in your
to.
same 13 circle. That's what
No,
I'm
we
trying
don't.
to
They
get
go to
at,
lots
bro.
of other people's
But
spaces. They might not go to yours.
Oh God,
this is
no,
tough. This is a tough one.
you
All
don't,
right,
bro. I
people.
have them all on Twitter, bro. They're all in the same spaces with the same 6 people every single day. I watch it. What do you mean?
Bullshit.
No,
They don't go to.
I'm gonna
They
start
don't go to
screen recording every
How are we
day. I'm
gonna
gonna
fix
start
this
posting.
one?
I'm gonna
How are we
screen
gonna
record it.
fix
I'm
this?
gonna post every single day.
Listen to my words, Legend. They don't go into your project space. That
Bro,
does
they don't
not
go
mean they
into
don't.
any spaces. Any. I literally, dude, I
Bullshit.
got everybody. I literally follow people, bro. I
You know
see
who
it.
can fix this? Daddy fucking G.
Thank
He's
you.
got the bots. He's got
Thank
the
you.
go for it, man. Go for it.
I just want to start off with I was bullied doing God's work, and no, I'm playing. I got a pin on top for everybody. It's a Twitter giveaway. We also have one more in our Discord. It's pretty cool. It's Cheech and Chong. Like it, retweet it, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm building a project. I've seen that. My project's there to support everybody. I'm in all the Crow spaces. I add to the giveaways. I add to the conversation. I want to be able to help everybody. We should all be able to grow together.
We got to do better than that, G. Come on. Tell them about the fucking bots and the thing and getting everybody to the other
I want
spaces.
to just say, I want to say one thing because I will talk. Like I don't care. Like we just said there about people talking and saying their things, right? So if Legend, maybe you're trying not to, right? But it sounds very much like you're got your feelings hurt because certain people aren't coming into your spaces representing your project.
Yo,
You
you gotta
disappear.
stop thinking this is about me, bro. I'm saying they
Well,
don't
you're
go in.
thinking about you because you keep saying my
No,
spaces. You keep saying people don't come into my
because
spaces.
it's
You
fact.
keep
No,
saying.
I'm just using
I
that as
gotta
a
tell you, Legend,
reference, bro.
it's making me feel like I gotta go to your spaces. Like I've been hurting your
No,
feelings,
listen, but I
and
see
I
you pull up. I'm not talking about that, but I see you in
No,
other spaces too, bro. I'm talking about Kronos people don't pull up in other spaces unless they're all butt buddies with each other, and it's like a little cult following. The 16 people,
we gotta
16,
fix this.
You're
right?
obsessed with it. You're obsessed with
I'm not talking
We
about
gotta
my
fix it.
project, troops. I don't know what your obsession is about. Keep coming at me and thinking I'm talking about me. I'm telling you how Kronos is. I'm not talking about
Why are we
data.
it.
so scared to go in spaces
You're
by
wrong, though. I'm
ourselves?
telling you,
Hey,
you're wrong.
Well,
maybe Daddy G needs to
that's
fix
fine.
this because you got to
Wavy,
do a
go ahead.
thing, G, where your bot makes sure that when you go into a space that you're not going with all your butt buddies,
Hey, Wavy, when was
that
the
you're
last
going
time
in by
anybody?
yourself.
Wavy, when was the last time anybody from the Troopers community or those 16 projects showed up to one of your Crotopia spaces?
I go to them all the time.
Besides you, Troopers.
And anybody else can go to them too.
Troopers, I'm
Why?
asking Wavy. Wavy.
Wavy.
Well, here's the thing, all right, guys. Once upon a time, no, listen. Two things could be true, man. You guys are all coming from your own perspective. I think Legend, what he's saying, and Troops, I think you're misinterpreting. I think Alpha was. I don't think he's specific. He's using his thing as an example. I think more than anything. But if you look right now, right, there isn't that usual Troops. People are not in here. But if there was a troop space, they would. Just like bad, there's no bad people. It's all the same, bro. All
But
these spaces are the
the
same
heads come in
group
here.
of
The
people that
leaders
go
come
in.
in here.
That
So
is factual.
what are we gonna do as the leaders of these projects? We got Legend up here, we got Wavy up here, we got Troops up here, we got Bach up here, we got Lucky Leopards. And holy shit, Panther is starting a project. Good for you, Panther. Finally, slow kids catch up with the fast kids.
Just pull up in the spaces and support each other, bro. I pull
Yeah,
up.
well, we got to tell our communities to fucking buck up.
And that's what I'm saying. I go into every space in here except for Box, bro. I want nothing to do with that. But everybody else, I try to show some love and support, bro. And I pull up, even if I'm just a listener. I sit there. You know what I mean?
I'm seeing a lot of surprised faces in the crowd, bro. I don't know what that means.
Let me just, I think, a step back then. I think it depends on the nature of what the space is for, right? For us and for me, like, Twitter Spaces are not the be all and end all of NFT projects. And more of our activity, more of our stuff goes on in the Discord, and we're trying to build out there. Twitter is not the only route. And if you're holding a space that's for the people in your project to give them information.
The only public one, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's important. Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
there's
Discord stuff, no matter what, it is siloed. You know, it's not a public forum. So
but you can
Twitter
do a lot of
basically is.
You can do a lot of cross Discord stuff. You can do stuff on Reddit. There's other
Oh
platforms as
yeah, I'm
well.
a Discord dummy, dude. I don't know shit about it.
Twitter
Hey,
is
look,
Twitter is
Troops.
the
I'm not trying to argue, bro. Like, I'm not saying. I just saying like we need to be more supportive on Crow. I'm not referencing just to me or my project in general. I'm saying everybody. I'm not directing towards you. I'm saying everybody needs to start getting out of that cult mentality and just show a little more love, even if it's just showing up to spaces. I mean, everybody always comes to the jungle though for some reason, right? This is like the Alex.
I mean, we can say that.
Spot.
We can say that, but at the same time, like people.
No, there's spaces in here I don't see throughout the week in other spaces, bro. So like, yeah, people pull up to the jungle. This is the spot where everybody kind of gathers. But we should, as Chronos projects, they should start going into other Chronos spots. Like, you know, if you see troopers got a space, pull up, show up to a trooper spot. You see Wavy running one, pull up to Wavy's. Even if you're not interested, just sit there as a listener. You know, it starts making the room look bigger.
Oh, here's the fucking solution. I've only been saying it the whole goddamn time. Have a schedule. Every space starts after or overlaps with the space before it, and we promote the next one. Holy shit, now everybody's going to every space, and new people are coming in because we're promoting each other and we're doing the right thing. It doesn't matter whether I said it a year
some of
ago
these
or
people
not.
have
We
too
still
much
have to
pride
fucking
though.
do it.
I agree with what you're saying, Alpha, but that's the thing that we gotta get. We gotta nip in the bud. Some of these people have too much pride to go and sit in another space because somebody else that's in that space or running the space made a post that they didn't like, or they
Exactly. And
called
to
somebody
all
out
of
on
them,
some
fuck
bullshit.
you, fuck your pride. I've been saying it the whole
Right,
time.
and
Grow the
that's why
fuck up.
that's why other people from other chains, and I'm not just talking about ETH in general, but other people from other chains don't fuck with it because people hold on to petty shit all the time, bro. It's like I don't like a lot of people that I see in here necessarily, but I'm not gonna not come to the space because they're in there. You know, I don't agree with some people that host certain space, but I still go into the space because there might be some information that I could pick up in there. That might be, some new people that you can network with in these spaces. Like you just got to get over motherfuckers. Just got to stop being bitch asses and bury your fucking feelings
Stop
and grow.
being bitch asses.
I
Please.
think a lot of what you're saying is absolutely true, but at the same time, if people are going to act like fucking assholes for days and weeks on end, and then all of a sudden just expect everybody to support, like fuck that, I wouldn't do that
And
in
I
real life.
stay quiet about it. I stay
That's
fucking
not what I'm
quiet about it
saying.
for the
I'm
good
just saying,
of the
Not what
chain.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna mute you fuckers. Check it out. Check it out. I still go to 21 spaces, right? He fucking burned the Thunder token that I sent him. Thunder token number 21. You can't really be nicer than that. And every time I went in there, he would boot me. I'd be sitting there listening as a listener. Next thing I know, silence. What the fuck is going on? I still go in there. Why? Because it's a better look for the chain. We still need to get along. I would still fucking shake his hand in public. I don't give a shit. Like, is it because I'm over 40? I don't fucking know. But like, we need to grow the fuck up. Bach, go ahead.
Hey Alpha, good morning, bro. I was waking up and I got some DMs that some people were saying some stuff about me.
No
So
one even said shit about you yet. Look at all these hands, though. Give it a second.
okay, yeah, no, things before I came in, I'll listen to the recordings, but I think to the point that everyone's making, I think people just have their preferences. You know, some people don't want to join other projects and don't want to put their money there, and it's okay.
That's
I
fine.
think to I think to force people to that direction is just like I don't know.
Nobody's
It
forcing
doesn't make sense.
anybody to
Nobody's
buy
saying you
stuff
gotta
that they
buy
don't
shit,
want to
bro. We're saying
buy.
support, bro.
Show
Just support.
support,
Just
man. Like
support
it,
each other. If
retweet it.
people,
Jesus
yeah,
fucking Christ.
if we
Yeah,
want this
I
chain to
know.
grow, you got to
But
support each other regardless.
there's some
I
people
may not
there's some people in the
necessarily.
community there's some people in the community that I don't know, they just don't deserve that support, in my opinion. But
Well, you don't
yeah.
support a business in the real world whose ethos and direction and leadership you don't agree with or don't fuck with. So why would you do it here? I don't understand. Why
That's
would you
not
do
what
it?
I'm saying.
Because
I'm not
Chick
saying
Fil
fuck
A
with
makes
people.
the best goddamn chicken sandwiches in the world, man.
I'm not saying if you don't agree with their ethos and stuff, but what I'm saying is people on Chronos don't give other people a chance. Like motherfuckers won't even give people a chance to try to talk or get to know them or anything like that before they. We just have a very closed-minded approach. Let a person talk. Most of these people who come in here and talk, who are fucking shady as fuck, shoot themselves in the foot within the first 5 minutes of opening their fucking mouth. Obviously, if a person's doing that shit, then don't fuck with them. But if you see somebody who's actually trying and you see a project that's actually trying and they may have one or two people in their community who you don't like. Don't go and say this whole project's a fucking shitty project just because you don't like
100%.
one or two people that are in the community. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why we're still here, because we've been
100%.
sticking to the same game plan. We give everybody enough rope. Oh, hey, welcome, welcome.
Like perfect example.
Here's
A
your
lot of
rope.
a lot of people didn't like Louisiana, but people still got in the troops. People still got in the bad. Like, you know what I mean? He was one person who was linked to both communities that realistically could have fucking fudded and fucked up both projects, but people believed in
You did a pretty good
troops.
job.
They believed in fucking Legend and Dan. Like, so you can't take one or two bad apples and then completely dismiss the whole project is really what we're trying to say here, but that's what happens on this chain a lot. There we keep going back to ETH because it's the most established chain around here right now, right? Yeah, people there's still bullshit, there's still drama, there's all that in ETH just like in anywhere else, but people won't let one or two people fuck up their bag over on the ETH side. Like if they know they can get into a project that makes some money or the community itself is strong, they still get into it. I know a lot of owners on the ETH side who are fucking shitbags and they're not really cool people, but they have strong communities. So those communities make that project go. You know what I mean? They give a fuck all what the owner says. You know what I mean? They make their own discourse. They make their own trait groups, and they still grow that project. And they still branch out and vibe with other projects. So all I'm
Yeah,
saying
like,
is
would you
like
guys be pissed if I co-hosted a space with Bunny and Beanie? Because we've actually been talking about this.
I'm gonna say there's gonna be a bunch of
Bro,
hurt
I
feelings
will
in here
never
because
talk to
they're
you
on here.
ever again.
Because,
Not
like,
Beanie.
oh,
Not
see,
Beanie. I will
see,
never talk to you ever again. I swear, not Beanie. You could do have Bunny, but not Beanie. I
yeah,
swear
see,
to
I'm not
God.
into Beanie, but I
I
don't
will
fucking know the
not
guy.
talk to you ever again. I'm sorry, because my hand was up. I will never talk to you ever again, bro.
And for those of you that know me and have, like, I sent you an email or whatever, you found out my name, right? That's funny. Bunny, Beanie, and me. Bunny, Beanie.
Bro, you go on that side of
we
the
could,
world,
I could
I will
dox
never talk
myself,
to
and
you
then the
ever
show
again.
name would be Bunny. Forget it.
Can I, hey, Lo, can I ask you a question, Lo?
What's up?
What's up, baby? Hold on. Let's do it Alex way.
Let's do
Hey, pick
this.
up the phone. Pick up the phone, Lo.
Let's do this.
Hey,
Wavy,
what's
Wavy
up?
is not
Hey,
happy.
Lo, do you remember this shit happening about a year ago, Lo? Because I don't understand what these fuckers are talking about, Lo. Like, didn't we talk about shit like this about a year ago? Like scammers and not believing on each other and not having each other's back and shit like that. Doesn't this sound familiar to you, bro?
It happens every quarter. I think we
It
we get
does,
enough.
right? It's like a quarter shit, right? All right, Lo,
Yeah,
let's go back
Oh,
in.
is this still Q3? What are we in?
yeah. It's like we blow up, and then like we settle for a little bit until it builds up again, and then we we blow up again.
like clockwork. My wife
Do you even own
sets the
any
clock
NFTs
by it.
on Chronos or CDC at all? Like, but you love this chain, but you don't own any. Like, what's
He
up with that?
owns nothing, but he loves the community, man. He's all ETH NFTs, but like he wants to fuck with the Chronos community.
Who said that?
Me,
You,
I'm asking
They
Oh
you.
provide
yeah,
more
dude.
engagement.
Yeah, you know me, bro. I'm always, dude. Chronos has always been my thing. Unfortunately, I just don't believe yet, and this is me, bro. I know people hate me about it. People have blocked me. I don't give a damn, bro. But I love these
who
people, bro.
blocks you?
It doesn't matter, bro. I don't know because I can't even see who blocked me. But
I
anyways,
don't
but
block
I
anybody.
love this. I love this community, Wavy. I've been there since I found it the first time, bro. So I will not leave. But it just hurts me to
I
see
won't
shit
let
like
you
this, bro.
leave, man. You sent me a pizza, you know? Like that's historic.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I sent pizza. I sent pizza and shitload of other stuff.
It's like the Bitcoin pizza, but better, you know? Send a pizza to someone's house, you got a customer for life, man. Send me another pizza.
Can I
Work.
just say one thing, Alpha? Like I
No.
posted. Oh, okay.
No, yeah. Seriously.
No,
Go ahead.
no, I posted one thing on the top, and like this is from Wavy. Like I think posts like this, right? Like I don't know how people can support other people when people post things like this. Just in my opinion, and I just feel like it's a little bit hypocritical, and that was my point. I'm done
Okay,
talking.
Buck, you obviously want attention. I'll give you all the fucking attention you want. What is hypocritical?
Flame him.
That shit. Come on, Buck. You
Hold
want
on, hold
No, no,
on.
I mean
Hank
like
Hank
someone
is
no,
gonna
needs to
come
no,
through.
post,
stop it.
bro.
Stop it. Listen, every time people start to call you out for your shit, you want to change the subject. Oh, today I'm gonna. Wavy's being hypocritical. Bro, you are the last fucking person on this chain that should ever open your fucking mouth. So please, okay? Get the boot. You gone at 1 o'clock. Have your stupid fucking space. Talk about me all you want, and I'll fucking come there. We'll talk. For now, shut the fuck up. Okay, Buck?
You
I'm
see, you see, you
excited.
see the attitude, right? Like I mean,
That's exciting.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, Alpha wanted the real, so here we are, Buck. You're the
Oh, hell
last.
yeah.
I've been here probably
Hey, how
longer
much
than you, bro.
dummy shit have you done around here?
No,
Please,
man,
Bach.
like
Hey, Bach.
we
please
need
stop
the
it.
real
Stop.
talk. We need everybody to be honest about how they
Bach.
feel.
You suck.
I
You
was in a deaf class with Beavis Bay Schwiz, man. I've been here when you guys weren't even like buying Crow, bro. Like
Exactly. Yeah,
get the
exactly.
fuck
Good
out
for
of
you. What
here,
does that? What does
Wavy.
that have to
Oh,
do?
Just because
wait,
With,
wait,
you've
wait,
been
wait,
here
what
the
does
wait.
that have to
longest
do with
don't mean
Hey,
you're
anything?
wait,
not.
wait, wait, wait. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Work and then M Dub and then KD.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey there.
Hey, work.
You're a good guy there, whoever said that. So I go to all the spaces I can, but I try to go to, you know, whatever spaces are open. And then I look for the best one at the time. But if there's nothing that super interests me, I'm like, well, what else is up here? Let me go there. But the problem comes when yesterday I got yelled at by my wife because I was listening to the jungle yesterday evening and my battery died on my phone. And my wife called me. She tried to call me and she couldn't get a hold of me. And she called me on the work phone and she said,
Hey, work is for losers.
yeah, pay attention to your phone. Make sure it's always charged because I
Hello?
get a hold of you. And, you know, I need a better battery. That's the moral of the story.
Dude, here.
I know that
This is
feeling.
what I do. I've got this charging pack and it's exactly the size of my phone. And I have to keep this thing. It's like my phone got twice as big. I just keep this pack all the time. It's so heavy. My left arm is getting fucking jacked, bro.
It's
I'm
not
walking
from the
around.
battery pack.
I used to have it on the one that could jump my car. And like you can't walk around with that one. Legion, what's up with you, bro?
Good morning, folks. Good morning. No, I mean it's everything's very interesting. You know what we've been talking about more not just today, but it feels over the past couple of weeks, right? So my thing is, what if we start making a plan of action, right? Start making a plan of action, even if it involves, right? Again, putting some of our money where our mouth is at. And what if we do, right? What if we do back up each other more, right? What do I mean by that? Well, maybe um, if you somebody earlier called out, right, that it's usually the same faces on here, same developers, same team leads, same project leads, or why not? Well, what if we start just backing each other up, right? We can't expect buyers or investors or team members or whatever we want to call these people. We can't invest them to do all the right moves if we're not making the right moves, right? So we kind of have to like lead by example. I think it'd be cool if we, I don't know, if we pick up like 5 to 10 projects, right? And we go, balls deep in these projects. What do I mean by balls deep? We bring 5 to 10 people each, and something is gonna have to happen, right, to these numbers, to these projects, and then that's when people can maybe see what we're doing and follow our footsteps. What I'm trying to say is it's really easy for all of us to start, just saying, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. But if we don't actually like cut the bullshit and put our minds together and actually start, taking some action, we're just gonna keep on doing this. I think it'd be a good idea actually to pick like 5 or 10 projects that, there's a bunch of great minds in here. There's a bunch of great data that we all have, and we know this. Like we can have our feelings about each other's, we can feel some type of way about each other, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of great minds in here, and if we, for once, right, just put our bullshit to the side and our differences to the side, and if we focus on one goal, I'm sure we can make something happen, guys. I'm more than
I like the
positive
vibes,
about it.
bro. I like the vibes.
Yes.
I was just gonna jump in and just say I appreciate the sentiment. It seems like there's tons of love for Kronos, globally, but then we get stuck in these interpersonal things. I think really instead of trying to solve the world's problems, I think we need a program director and a schedule and a unified sort of presence, and maybe try and target others other than Kronos people. Like so,
Someone
we
give
had
this man a fucking raise or a job.
okay. That's pretty much all I said. I'm thinking is that like we just need to get organized with a schedule. I think
Yeah,
it's
we need
just
a
the easiest
program
thing to
director.
do. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah,
You
if
want the
anybody's
job,
worked in
bro?
radio or
That's it.
done anything like
Take the
on,
job.
oof,
Program director.
program director, how about that?
Yes, for the fucking Twitter spaces. Like we just because a schedule, like an infographic, that's not even the answer. It's what I've been saying we need for the past year and we haven't done it. But like, a fucking program director is more important because think about how a TV station operates, right? It's a constant thing. You have to be and you have departments that are just focused on advertising, sponsorships, focused on content, shows, focused on outreach, customers, focused on, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all we got to fucking do. And we don't have a program director.
Where's
I
Kronos in
am a
all this?
host. This is all I'm good at. I found my
Mm,
fucking lane. I hit it. It's all I'm going to do.
that's what I was going to
Everybody
say.
else
And
needs to fall in their spot.
yeah, I mean, Kronos should and could be doing a bunch of that. Like, actually, it's their organization, and it would be great if they did something like that.
Or
Because it's
why
not
don't we
easy,
write a
you know?
fucking grant about all of this and they can just put the money behind it and we'll make it happen?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm a program director for a multi-million-pound
Well,
government,
hot diggity
thing.
dog.
But you can't. But it's hard, right? Because it's hard enough to align people who are all in the same ecosystem, on their emails, on a shared
It's
calendar,
hard, but
whatnot.
we can do it. I swear to
Yeah,
Christ, we can
find a
do it.
way. We could find a way. Probably we need a bit of development. But I actually just wanted to touch briefly on what Legion was saying, because this is kind of why I get a little bit frustrated with when Legend comes up and says that we don't support each other. Like, we've been for the past 6 months building a community. We're already supporting 13 other projects on Kronos of all sizes, some who have got 20, 30, 40 people in their community, some that have got hundreds, some that are still minting, some that aren't. And we all go into all the spaces and others, not just that 13. And we're constantly trying to grow those 13 to more. And it's all about good projects. And So we're kind of doing what you're saying, Legion, and I think we could do more of it. It's
Yeah,
not a, it's
100%.
not a closed group by any means. It's a growing group, and it's an inclusive group, and we hold people responsible and accountable for the stuff within it. And that's the only reason why I get a little bit het up, because this idea that the only way to grow and promote this chain is by going to ETH spaces and doing it, right? It's not.
Yeah,
We need to create.
the way I see
I'm
it,
not saying you're
if
gonna go to each space.
Pro Swap wins, we win. If Troops, wins,
Let's go,
we
Crow
win. If
Swap.
Daddy G wins, we win, right? Like if
Uh, uh,
it's
Let me just interrupt you real quick. It's not if I win. I'm telling you, I'm going to win.
Let's fucking
It's just
go.
win.
Let's
that's
fucking
good
go.
too. That's good too. I love that. Well, that's what it's we should push each other, right? Not off the fucking cliff, but well, like,
Groups,
we
but
should
you
we
make the
should
comment.
push each other.
I'll do the metaphors up here, okay? I'll
Go
take care
for
of
it.
that part. Katie, what's up?
Yo, somebody said we if we win, we will all win. Tell me one person that has fucking won, except the fucking crossroads.
I can't even hear you, man. What?
Can you hear
What?
me now? Can you hear me
Kind of.
now?
Yep.
I said to use. Somebody just said that in Chronos, if the project succeeds, everybody wins, which is amazing. But from my knowledge, only one or two projects have succeeded. The rest have been fucking shit show. People have lost money and
No,
everything.
KD, that's not what I'm meaning, right? Think about it like this, bro. There's no I in team, right? Some corny shit like that, right? So
Correct.
what I'm trying to say is we're up here every fucking day, right? So you want your neighbor to your left and your neighbor to your right to succeed,
All
right?
right, got you.
No,
Yeah, that's not wishful thinking. It's also in your neighborhood, right? You want your neighbors you want to
Yeah.
have good neighbors, right?
And
So
please, like, look at Legion's timeline. If you guys haven't, taken a look at what Legion is doing while he's been speaking, then take a second and do that. Because it puts weight behind his words. Because he's putting his money where his mouth is. He's pushing everything. He's making infographics about Thunder, about GDRT, about all the projects that he's into. He's pushing them. Look, all of you, seriously, click on Legion. It's Thunderbolt Legio if you got an iPhone, and look at what he's doing. Because we don't
yeah, no,
bullshit in here.
no, exactly.
Well,
What Legion's saying is, and I hope I get some support. I'm trying to mint, and I've supported everybody in here, and I hope I can get that back. And if not, it's okay. I'm gonna keep working as hard as I can.
no, Daddy G for sure. No, I got you, bro. I have some boards already pre-made, man. With my NFTs that I minted from your project, bro. And I love your fucking project. I've been to every
Yeah,
AMA
don't
that you've had.
fucking guilt trip
I
Legion,
No, I
bro.
got
appreciate it,
you.
man. I
We've
I
been.
got
appreciate it,
you.
man. I see him in there. I see him in there. I'm not pointing fingers of everybody I've been there for is not there for me, but you see who your true friends are when you need it.
I don't know, man.
what are these OnlyFan retweets on that
Move
on
that,
this feed?
move that
Yeah.
fucking poker table over there, the other corner. Don't fucking be stupid. Jesus Christ.
No, you know what?
I don't want those boo-hoo vibes in here either,
It's
Daddy.
kind
I
of
don't think that shit.
what's also kind of frustrating is when I was on Discord a few days ago with a project, and we were just talking, right? We were just chilling, and some fuck comes in there and he just starts talking shit about me and some other individual that was there. His name was like X or something, about me and some guy named X, that we get paid by Bach, right? And he just started calling me every fucking name in the book,
Eggs,
right?
bro. Eggs is the.
Tomato, some fucking tomato picture started talking shit about me and some guy with an X.
We should
Oh,
just.
bro, that's Dave. Don't
It
worry
was
about him.
out of the blue, right? No, what I'm trying to say is that, so by him talking all this shit, right? Then you have a fucking wave of people that had just stepped into Discord or who had just stepped into Web3, and then you see this guy just start bugging the shit out of all these newcomers, right? And stuff like that is also
We got to get
some.
rid of Dave.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm like, who the fuck are you, man? I've never dealt with this guy, and he just starts talking all this shit.
That's kind of hilarious that the tomato is becoming
And
like a
then this
haunting.
tomato starts talking shit to me. It's like everybody knows what happened.
But it's like a haunting thing, right? It's like
Yeah.
when you see that tomato come up, you're like, oh damn, I better disappear.
It bamboozles me. It does bamboozle me how much
Because
airtime.
eggs is the mod for fucking chimps,
Yeah,
man. Like you can't talk shit on chimps of
but there's
all
also
projects.
continue to. I was going to say to egg him on, to use the pun, but there is plenty of people who still are giving Dave, and some of the things Dave says sometimes are close to being right, but he needs to fact check a hell of a lot more before he starts mouthing off. He's a guy who basically came into here, was onboarded through Wavy Space, didn't like NFTs to start with.
No, come on. Why the fuck did I get involved in
Oh no, that
shit?
wasn't.
Yeah,
It
bro,
wasn't
you
you.
always bring the
Don't
scammers
fucking
around.
blame me.
You
Get the
always
fuck
bring
out
the
He's
of
a
scammers
here.
broken
around.
clock. It was
No,
my
Get the
fault.
fuck out of here.
It
Hold
was
I
on.
was
my
This
fault.
shit is recorded. Not a fuck that
You always
shit.
bring the scammers around,
I
Wavy.
take
Get the
full
fuck out of here, Katie.
responsibility
Your
for
ass still owes me
creating a
your fucking
monster.
thing. Get the fuck
That's
no,
why I'm the only one that's allowed to say we need to get rid of him. And it's
I think
probably my responsibility to like sharpen the wooden stake and get out there. But
Well,
like,
I'm just feeling left out here. I haven't been fudded by him yet. Am
oh,
I not cool enough to be fudded?
Give it time.
I think he's been
I think he's
planning
listening
something for
on.
Yeah,
you,
just
Hank.
give it. Wait till your your NFTs drop.
Yeah.
Well, my NFTs have utility. I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, we'll find a way.
It's a jealousy thing with Dave, which is weird because we let him in. So I don't know. I don't know what's left to be mad about.
Yo, Alpha, look at this. All the shit show that was going on right now. You got 76 listeners. Wow, you're breaking records, buddy.
Breaking records.
They
Come
here
on.
because
Number one
they here
influence.
because of
Everybody knows
Wavy.
it's been downhill since
They
Carol
here because
Baskin
of
came in
Wavy. Wavy.
here. Wavy.
I love you, kid.
We got 2 minutes here. So if you got a final thought, a final shot, a final under the belt before the bell, you fucking let it out. Let's go, G. Let's go.
I'd like to host and sponsor Coffee and Cro, maybe the 420.
Sounds good to me, buddy.
Thank you.
That's what makes the world go round. Troops and Hank, and we're out of here.
Yeah, no, I mean, just to reiterate all the stuff we've been saying all the time, like everything that everyone's saying, is important and all makes a lot of sense. And just because we're debating it sometimes in a heated way doesn't mean to say that someone's right or wrong. We absolutely do need to support everybody, and there's a lot of people who are supporting people, and we can always do more, absolutely. And to some of the points that Farah made, I absolutely agree. We've been talking about it a lot in our spaces. We could do more and be better at supporting some new people and giving them a chance. Either give them a chance to hang themselves or give them a chance to grow. And I think we could all do that a little bit better. And we weren't great at that in the early stages, but that's just because we had our arms wrapped around our baby and we wanted to make it succeed. And now we probably need to let up a little bit. And do that. And Legend, again, you and me have been through all the stuff, and so it's nothing personal. I know you've got kind of your view, and I have mine on some stuff, but we do support. You and I chatted the other day. I bought your ETH project. I've got aliens and bad and stuff.
No,
And
no,
I'm
I,
taking
I wasn't making
stuff.
a
So
comment directed towards you.
I know
More
it's
more
just so
towards
I
like
think
community
yeah.
cults, not necessarily you. I'm saying like
We should
We're
agree.
people.
We should
I
agree to
think it's
disagree sometimes,
exactly, and I think
and
yeah,
it's
it's
yeah.
important.
I'm
okay.
not saying him in general. I'm saying maybe like a majority of his people decide to stay
But
in that
but
same group.
a lot of projects they took a lot of my friends away even and all like moved to Discord, and it's like where are these people
Who
all
took
like
your friends away, Jed?
I'm just
Who
saying
took your
I'm
friends?
just saying I'm not pointing any fingers, but we got to stay strong together, man. Only t-
I think
Oh,
only
yeah. And we're
together will
going to.
win.
And I'll prove it to you right now by saying, hey, guess what's after this space? Crolin's Corner. You guys can go over there and, do whatever, do whatever
So
happens over there.
I did see Bad was looking for people to host spaces, cross collab spaces. So maybe there's an opportunity here for Legend and Troops to do a
Yeah, I've been saying
bad.
that's the way
That's
to
what
build,
we
bro.
like. That's what we want to see.
I've
That
been
will make
saying it, bro.
everybody feel better.
I'm in for it. Like me and him may have different opinions, but at the end of the day, me and him also I feel like
That's
are
where the
very
best shit comes from. Yeah.
I think we have a lot of innovation, and we have a lot of heart for this. So like I think our spaces would be good together if we did something like that. You know.
Y'all are the same person, just a pond apart.
It's
But
beautiful.
yeah, and then after the troop space, maybe the Psycho Kitties with Bad.
Ooh.
Don't go pushing your limits. It's like me and Bach doing this.
I don't have the right sound effect for that one. Hank, what do we got on the menu today?
Well, as always, for the next until the World Cup is over, I'm going to pin the World Cup sweepstakes NFT collection that we've got going on. Make your way over to Cro Swap. 250 Cro. You can mint a random country, and if your country wins, you get to participate and win part of the pot that goes with the sweepstakes. We are currently up to, let's see, $8,000
Nice. And I
worth
saw
of Cro.
something about like a way to pick your team. How does that work?
Yeah, so you could take, if you mint two that you don't really care for, you can go ahead, burn those, pay a little bit extra Cro, and you can kind of pick who you would like to get as well. So we're going to be putting out more announcements and everything else. We're also putting a lot of more information on that screen. Maybe today, probably tomorrow, but we'll continue to update it as we go through. The only other thing I wanted to say is I came in late, so I didn't get to bullshit in the beginning. I was helping the wife so that she didn't kill me. But
That's good
as
play.
always, you
Long-term
know,
thinking.
we're a community. We got to stick together. I am going to be hosting my own Twitter space every now and then, starting with my separate NFT project aside from CrowSwap. We're going to be just doing like general education about crypto, about NFTs, things like that. So once we actually start it up and have a schedule, I'll come in here and post it. We're going to be answering like educational questions for regular users as well as developers. Just kind of like a all aboard knowledge base kind of thing. So.
Oh, hell yeah, man. And you reminded me, we're doing a special jungle on Thursday. Let me try and find it and pin it for you guys. There's $100 giveaway. We're trying to get all the developers that we know, or a friend of a friend, whatever, get all the devs together so we can have a nice little dev swap,
When's
3
that?
keys in the bowl. Thursday at 4:20.
Thursday at 4:20. Okay.
Yes, sir. And besides the mint on CrowSwap, everybody, today is the day that we need to get up to 10K over on Board Candy. So don't forget Thunder Crow for today. We're building up over there. And biggest LP wins a legendary Thunder mystery box. So that's a pair of sneakers. Not a bad deal. I mean, it's not cheap, right? If you're getting 20% of the pool, that's $2,000 for a pair of sneakers. But the $2,000 is still yours. So that's a win-win. Drink some water, brush your teeth, own your keys, own your crypto. You guys know the deal by now. Don't tell your seed phrase to anybody. That is the wrong way. And we'll be back here at 4:20. Lots of love, y'all. Crofam for life. Bye.